Good evening one, good evening all. Welcome back to another playthrough of Steins Gate, live and exclusive to YouTube. I'm your host Swishbone for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who've never seen this before, a huge welcome. To those of you who've been here for the likes of Persona 3 FES, for the likes of Danganronpa V3, for the likes of Song of Memories, for the likes of Final Fantasy 7 and many more, a huge welcome back. Without you, this channel would not exist. Quick hi to the Queen who says hello in the chat box. The chat box, of course, is open whether you're new or a vet, and there's been a slight change to the stream here. As you might have noticed, I've got myself a little extra light and now I'm looking all pretty and beautiful. Don't throw up. Please don't throw up in the audience. And last time, of course, we saw this where the new chapter that we're in, Chapter 8, Fractal Androgynous, has seen Okabe enter into a kind of temporary relationship with Lukaku. And I think it scared him. Let's find out how this goes. More hijinks to come tonight. By the time I drop her off back at the shrine, I'm worn out physically and mentally. We ended up walking for 4 hours straight, which was tiring, but my mental exhaustion is greater. In the end, we didn't talk much. We just walked. Today was really fun. Really? You're trying to eat? Think of the burn when I'm doing the punishment part on Saturday next week. Yes. She's just saying that out of consideration. I can tell that she's forcing her smile. All through the day I couldn't stop thinking about the time Lukaku fell in love with me, so I barely made conversation at all. That manual was completely useless. On this world line, Lukaku was a girl from the beginning, so Lukaku's memories of when we first met might be inconsistent with mine. But even with that in consideration, Lukaku's story still felt out of place. Lukaku fidgets as she whispers. What is it? Well, tomorrow? It's like, dude, she wants to see you again. Come on, keep up. She wants to go on a date again tomorrow? I mean, we are a couple and we are going out, and that means we like each other. And it's summer break right now, so it's natural to go on a date every day. I want to be with Okabe-san again, tomorrow. Thanks. Is he coming across as the stumbling, bumbling idiot who doesn't know what to say to a girl? Or the awkward, but it's a guy? I reckon it's the latter. Is that okay? Of course it is. Yes, of course. Thank goodness. Lukaku smiles again. She looks so happy and relieved. Seeing her like this makes incomprehensible feelings well up inside me. Well, see you tomorrow. You say he had a disastrous date, Queen, but I reckon that was smoother than any dates I had, trust me. I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Another date tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's your own fault for going 2 days back. Welcome back, Irene. Die, you filthy normal. When I return to the lab, I'm greeted by Mayuri's smile and Daru's pure hatred. Since when does a Chinibu patient like you rate a girlfriend? It's not right, man. Oh, if only you knew, Daru. If only you knew.
How'd your date with Luka-chan go?
まあなんとかステージクリアしたかも。
Well, stage clear. Somehow. Probably. Probably not, actually.
ねえねえ、あさってのコミマ、ルカちゃんとオカリンでコスプレカップルとして出てみようって思ったりしないかな。
Kamima's the day after tomorrow, you know? What if you and Luka-chan go as a cosplay couple?
オカリンからもね、彼氏としてルカちゃんを説得してほしいな。
Maybe you can persuade her to go, now that you're her boyfriend.
Yeah, you say Daru's jealous, Queen. I agree he is. He's like, how dare you steal Luka-chan from me?
マユシーがどれだけお願いしてもね、ちっとも OK してくれないんだよ、コスプレ。
She never says yes to me, and I've asked her so many times too.
でもラブラブなオカリンからお願いされたらね、きっとコロって OK すると思うんだ。
But if Okabe asks her, then I'm sure she'll say okay.
断る。
I refuse.
なんで？
Why?
Because Kamimara is on the 15th. Mayuri is fated to die that night. How am I supposed to spend the hours before her death cosplaying at Kamimara?
正直なところデートの面白さがさっぱり理解できない。
To be honest, I don't get this dating thing.
ゲーオカリンてめえ、それは世の中の童貞諸君を敵に回す発言だぞ。謝れ、童貞に謝れ。
Yeah? Okaran, you idiot! Those words are an insult to virgins the world over! Apologize! Apologize to the virgins! You raise a fair point, Queen. Yeah, he probably is thinking because of how do you get a girlfriend when he's single? Yeah, that's true actually, yeah.
だって考えてみろ。相手にひたすら気を使い、気まずい中で二人で歩き回って食事をして帰る。
Just think about it. All you do is walk, eat, and go home. And the whole time, you have to worry about what your partner is thinking.
どうだ？面白い要素があるか？
What's fun about that? That's probably the most sensible thing that Rintaro Okabe has said all game, to be honest. It's like... The one thing that I have is... What's wrong? Nothing. Well, there's clearly something wrong by the way you reacted. Yes, that happened. Multiple times.
オカリン、そんなこと言うとね、ルカちゃんが悲しむよ。
Don't say that, Okarin. You'll make Luka-chan sad.
Mayuri's expression is uncharacteristically serious.
好きな人と一緒にいるだけでね、女の子は幸せなんだよ。満足なんだよ。
You know, just being with the person she likes is enough to make a girl happy. That's all she really needs.
男の子はそうじゃないのかな。
Doesn't being together make boys happy too?
だとしたら、マユシーは寂しいです。
If not, that makes Mayuri sad.
Why would that make Mayuri sad?
オカリンがマイノリティなんだよ。つうか、デートって言えばエロイベントたくさんあんだろう。
Okarin's the minority. I mean, dates are a great opportunity for H scenes.
お前は実にバカだな。
You're an idiot.
何言ってんだよ。手をつなぐとかマジエロくね。腕を組んでおっぱいを肘に当ててんのよ状態とかエロすぎっしょ。
Bruh. That's all I gotta say to that, bruh. Come on, holding hands and stuff's pretty H, isn't it? And when you're arm in arm and her boob hits your elbow, that's like super mega H.
そしてデートの終わりにはキスして締めだろ。チキショー、リア充のバカ。
And then at the end of the date, you kiss, right? Damn you! Death to the normals!
エロゲーのやりすぎだ。
You play too much eroge.
ねえねえ、ルカちゃんはいつからオカリンのことを好きだったのかな。
Hey, When did Luka-chan fall for Okabe?
いつからって、それは。
When? Well...
とてもびっくりしましたけど、でも岡部さんがあの時言ってくれたそんなことはどうでもいいっていう言葉はすごく嬉しかったんです。
I was really surprised when you said it didn't matter, but at the same time, it really made me happy.
その言葉があったから、
Ever since you said those words,
だから好きになったんです。
I've liked you.
And now you know the reason why Lukako wants to be a girl. It's so that she can woo Okabe. I think back on what she said. Something still feels off about her story. I said that Luca's gender didn't matter. I remember that clearly. But didn't I say that because Lukako was a guy?
そうだ。そうだよ。変だ。
Right. That doesn't make sense. Now I know what feels out of place. I wouldn't have said that to a female Lukako, so why does this Lukako remember what I said back then? I recall what happened with Faris.
思い出したにゃ。
I remember, yeah.
フェイリスが叶えたのは
The wish Faris made.
10年前に死んだパパを生き返らせることにゃ。
Was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago, Nia.
Faris regained her memories from before she sent the D-mail. Could Lukako, too, have remembered the previous word line where she was a guy? That would explain everything. However, she remembers that event, and she said she liked me for it, so... Did Lukako like me even when she was a guy? I think I need to check this out. And then there's my response where it doesn't fucking matter, but I'm too liberal. Girl likes girl, boy likes boy, they likes they. What's wrong with that? The next morning, I head to the shrine to meet with Lukako. She's already waiting in the courtyard. When she sees me, she smiles and waves her hand. Too cute. Must resist.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
なあ、うん。
Morning.
今日はそのどこへ？
Where are we going today?
Meanwhile, on the stream, I the Jack cosplay jumping in, saying, "Hi everyone, you had a nice walk, did you? How far did you go, mate?" I did a walk earlier, actually, but how far did I go? About 6.5k, I think I went. Yeah, about 6.5k.
それより、ルカ子。
Before that,
Yes.
I make up my mind and throw out the question.
お前には男だった頃の記憶が残っていないか？
Do you have any memories of when you were a guy? Lukako twitches for a moment, and then she hangs her head.
そんなことありません。
No, I don't.
本当に？
Really? Lukako just nods stiffly. I consider a more forceful approach, but the words of that dating manual blaze into my mind. Whatever you do, don't make the girls sad. You might get dumped. With my track record, I get dumped anyway, so what does it matter? But I'm not him. This isn't my life. 2 miles around the woods, that sounds nice, Faris Nyan-nyan. That sounds really cool. If I get dumped, then what will happen to our 4-day agreement? Lukako might refuse to turn back into a guy. No, Lukako's not like that. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance, so I'm sure no matter what I say, she'll turn back. Or is it naive of me to think that? I was about to say naive as in like, Faris, like, naive kind of thing, like a Nyanka. Either way, even though I'm doing this to save Mayuri, I can't just trample on Lukako's pure maidenly heart. Neither one of us speaks. Mutual distrust, suspicion, discomfort. One word could shatter our temporary relationship. Luca is the first to break the suffocating silence.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
今日のデートは中止にしましょう。
Let's cancel today's date.
Lukako bows her head and goes back into the shrine office. I hurt her. I feel guilty, but at the same time, relieved. Ooh, dick move. Feeling relieved or feeling guilty, mate. Dick move. I hate myself for it. Oh, and so you should. Instead of returning to the lab, I stand on the bridge in front of the station and gaze blankly at the stream of people. And I'm going to do it, even though I've only started playing about 15 minutes ago, I'm going to do a quick save. Here we'll do. Faris might be visiting the lab. Faris was at the lab on this day when I first came to this world line. My actions shouldn't have influenced Mayuri's, so she should have called Faris over to show her the costumes. Right now, I don't want to see anybody. I need to think. But try as I might, no ideas come, no solutions. Lukako agreed to go back to being a guy if I went out with her for a time. I've stayed faithful to that, so... Faithful? How? I just made a huge mistake back there. I've done nothing but make Lukako sad. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 15th. The day Komimar opens. The day Mayuri dies. No. Stop it now, Arista Jack. No, no, no. I'm calling time on that joke. Tomorrow is the end. But I'm not confident I can show Lukako a fun time. Alright, so instead of fussing over a date, I'll just try something that won't make Lukako sad. Okay. The next morning, after Mayuri and Daru have left for Arike, I head back to the shrine to pick up Lukako. We hop the train at Akiba station. When she looks askance at me, I tell her we're going to see Mayuri. Today it won't just be the two of us. I don't know what to say when we're alone. I'm afraid I'll just hurt her again. It's time to try something different. When we go off the train at Tokyo Big Sight, Lukako stares in wonder at the scene spread before her. People, people, people. People as far as the eye could see. Welcome to Komimar, the Otaku Festival. Or as we call it over here, MCM, Play Expo, For the Love of Horror. I'm trying to think of all the other big ones. Hyper Japan. And then of course there's the con I was meant to be at last year. Which I will come back to. Hopefully next year. It's the first day, so Big Sight's more crowded than usual. This is my plan, to take Lukako to Komimar. I'm not making a cosplay, of course. Lukako wouldn't even do it at Mayuri's request. And I don't want to force her to do anything she doesn't want to. We're just here to look and have fun. The first order of business is to hook up with Mayuri and Daru. Those two live and breathe Komimar, so I'm sure they'll have a lot to talk about. Yep, that's right, Arista Jack, we do indeed have a convention here in this game. Conversation will flow and I'll be off the hook, you selfish cunt. How wonderful to have friends you can count on. No, more like how wonderful to friends you can use because you're a parasite. I fucking hate this guy, seriously. Of course, bringing a date to Komimar is a surefire way to earn myself the hatred of otaku everywhere. But no matter. I'll endure their contempt if that's what it takes to make Lukako happy. So resolved, I strike out through the crowd towards our designated rendezvous point. Lukako, clearly overwhelmed by the sheer number of people, struggles to follow behind.
Okabe! Luka-chan!
Near the edge of the parking lot, I see the petite Mayuri wave her hands high. Yeah, Harrison Jack, understatement of the century. Spoiler alert, Rintaro is a jerk. Yes. Yes, he is. There aren't as many people here.
コミマにようこそルカちゃん
Welcome to Kamima, Luka-chan.
初めて来たけどすごいね
Yeah, it's my first time coming here, but it's amazing.
ゆっくりしていってね
Take it easy.
ダルは
Where's Daru?
あのねダルくんはグッズを手に入れるために並んでる最中だから抜け出せないんだって
Darukun's in line for promo goods. He couldn't come.
ひとしきり戦利品をゲットしたら合流するかもって言ってたよ
He said maybe he'll join us later if he survives the battle.
And yes, that is indeed Okarin's full face. In fact, I've just placed where the art style looks like. And this is pure coincidence, but it reminds me of Vincent from Catherine. That's the same kind of, like, you know, disconnection to his look. Which is kind of interesting. Although there's no connection between Catherine and this game. Now, I did say on the other stream, when we found out who Scissorhar's father was. Spoiler alert, it's Daru. I was thinking who her mother is. I'm still of the belief that one of Mayushi's cosplay friends, Fubuki or Kaede, is her mother. That's my theory. Damn, that means you won't join up for us for at least another hour. Couldn't he forgo the battle just this once? Reminds you of Phoenix Wright, Arista Jag. I don't see it. I don't see it myself. Then again, I'm not an expert on Phoenix Wright, so maybe I'm misremembering. Lukako's eyes dart from place to place. She's clearly uncomfortable in the chaotic atmosphere. There's still some awkwardness between us after what happened yesterday. Even on the train ride, we barely spoke to each other. What's the point in being a couple if it turns out like this? It was easy to talk when we weren't supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Lukako seemed to enjoy herself more too. Was it a mistake to bring her to Komimar? Well, Lukako didn't refuse. Even when I told her we were going to Komimar, she just nodded obediently.
今日はマユシーが会場を案内してあげるよって言ってもね人が多いから邪魔にならないようにしなくちゃ
Mayashi will show you around, okay? There's lots of people, so we gotta be careful.
まずはコスプレ会場に行ってそれから中に入ろうかな
First we'll go to the cosplay area, and then we'll go inside.
It's not often that I've been to places where they have a specialist cosplay area, apart from where you sometimes have people who do repairs for you. Then again, Play Expo has a cosplay area, actually. Oh, Arista Jack, I know who Phoenix Wright is. And I know who he is. He's a guy who goes, "Objection!" And I know that, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see the look of Phoenix Wright in Okarin, personally. Mayuri's more cheerful than usual. She must be happy to have us here.
ねえねえ二人とも何が見たい
Hey, is there anything you guys want to see?
ルカ子見たいものはあるか
Lukako, is there anything you want to see?
No.
Lukako shakes her head.
よくわからないので岡部さんの見たいものを見に行きたいです
It's my first time, so if Okabe-san wants to see something, I'll go see it.
俺は別にそれほど興味があるわけじゃない
I'm not particularly interested in anything. Then why did you bring her here, you coward? Awkward! Very awkward! Lukako looks unhappy. Bruh. Crap! I shouldn't have answered like that.
ねえねえルカちゃんコスプレ会場に行ったらね絶対にコスプレに対する考え方が変わるよ
Oh, Mayashi's trying to push Luka-chan into cosplaying even though she doesn't want to. I hate that. Don't be pushy around people. It really annoys me.
Hey, Luka-chan, if you come to the cosplay area, I'm sure you'll change your mind about cosplaying.
Mayuri talks happily to Lukaku. I'm glad I chose to rely on this ditz who can't read the mood.
恥ずかしいとか
Nice sarcasm
そう
there.
いうのはちっともなくてね。みんなとっても楽しそうなんだから。
It's not embarrassing at all, see? Because everyone's having fun.
マユシーのコスを着てくれてるレイヤーさん、楓ちゃんと吹雪ちゃんって言うんだけど、二人のことも紹介するね。
Kaede-chan and Fubuki-chan are there wearing Mayashi's costumes. I'll introduce you, okay?
でね、できれば明日も来てほしいな。そしたらね、オカリンとルカちゃんの分のコスも用意しておくから。
Mayashi. Come on. How many times has Lukaku said no? And I'm pretty sure Okabe said no a lot as well. Leave it alone.
You should come tomorrow too. I'll bring costumes for you and we can cosplay together.
オカリンにはね、コードジアスのゼロサム様コスが似合うと思うんだ。
I think Okarin would be perfect as Zero Sum from Code Geass.
I must say, that is an epic cloak. It's kind of like a cross between Castlevania and Doctor Strange. That's actually awesome. I'd happily have that. Although I do have a steampunk jacket actually, a really nice steampunk jacket. If I get cold, maybe I'll wear that on stream at some point. So go on then, let's see what Code Geass is referencing. Oh, Zero Sum. The protagonist of Code Geass. He is the young noble of the rebellion who hides his identity behind a mask. Why is that very familiar? And a smash hit TV anime series broadcast in 2006. The story revolves around a young man who obtains a magical eye that can control minds and uses it to start our evolution. But I agree with you, Esther Jack. That's an amazing costume. I'd happily wear that. I'd happily wear that.
オカリンが一緒ならね、ルカちゃんも安心してコスプレできるでしょ。
You'll cosplay if Okarin does it with you, right, Luka-chan?
どうかな。いいアイデアだってマユシー的には思うんだ。
You will, won't you? Mayashi thinks it's a great idea.
Okay, so Code Geass is a fantastic anime because that's the plot of an anime. Okay. It sounds kind of similar to Black Butler, actually, to be honest. And Black Butler is excellent. Not a chance.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry.
そんな。
No way.
Mayuri slumps her shoulders in disappointment. And that is a disappointed face, isn't it? That's a face of you've just made a girl cry, you absolute asshole. If it was playing Persona, it'd suddenly go, your courage has increased. In the end, Lukaku and I got fed up with the amount of people and left Ariake early. We took the direct shuttle bus to Akiba that only runs during Komemar, but it was so cramped inside I thought I was going to die. I hate cramped transport anyway. I'm used to commuter trains here in the UK. I've not ridden one in over a year. The thought of getting on one gives me the hives. That's got a male choice, whereas this doesn't have one. I say, yeah, that's cool that you know someone who's a fan of Black Butler, Aris Jack. I know quite a few people. I've only seen one series, courtesy of Netflix, but the one series I saw was absolutely excellent.
Yeah.
Ah, your sister's Black Butler as well, Queen. That's so cool. Sebastian, the ultimate butler. I say I watched one season and it was actually very, very good. But again, I think there's a lot of investment required in Black Butler from what I remember. The theme music was amazing though. By the time we get to Akiba, Lukaku and I are exhausted. My feet feel like blocks of lead, and I don't have the energy to even attempt conversation. The two of us schlep back to the shrine without speaking a word, like Spanish monks under a vow of silence. Lukaku doesn't raise a single complaint, but taking her to Komimar was obviously a mistake. Lukaku's expression has been stiff ever since we met up with Mayuri. Maybe she's still traumatised by Itaku. Or maybe she remembers you saying that she was going to die and she didn't want to look at her. You prick. The first time I met Lukaku, he was being harassed by Itaku. Maybe they left a bad impression. We don't talk. We spent most of the day shoulder to shoulder with strangers. I could probably count on my fingers the words I said directly to Lukaku today. When we arrive at the shrine, our time as a couple will end. So it's our last chance to talk as boyfriend and girlfriend. But I'm confused. What should I talk about? I try thinking about the things we have in common. The demon sword, Samidare. The Seishin Zamba school of swordsmanship. But Kurisu said to avoid Chunibiyu topics, and the dating manual concurred. But the dating manual and Kurisu weren't addressing Lukaku, you pillock. What else is there? It finally dawns on me. There's nothing else Lukaku and I share. Silence dominates the shrine. The silence should be calming, but it's not. I've safely escorted Lukaku home. Mayuri's death is just 3 hours away. The temporary relationship between me and Lukaku ends here. Now I just need Lukaku to give me her mother's pager number. However, is it really okay to let it end like this? In the end, what have I done for Lukaku? I haven't done squat, have I? All I've done is hurt her. Suddenly, Lukaku starts sobbing. She covers her mouth with both hands, but can't stop the tears pouring from her eyes. Lukaku. When I approach her, Lukaku pulls back. Yep, you were supposed to create happy memories for her to take with her, like you did with Faris. But you didn't, did you? Because you're an idiot. Lukaku wipes the corners of her eyes, but the tears keep flowing, forming a glistening line down each cheek. I'm speechless. I've no idea what to do. A girl is crying before my eyes. It's my duty as a man to comfort her. That's aged really badly, hasn't it? Bloody hell. I know that. And yet no words come. I just stand there, like a useless statue. The cause of Lukaku's tears is undoubtedly me. I didn't treat her as my girlfriend, even if it was only a temporary arrangement. And now it ends with me watching as Lukaku cries. Lukaku. I'm the one who did this to her. I'm the cause of her grief. And yet... Thank you very much. She thanks me and bows her head. Huh? She lifts her head and smiles shyly through her tears. I was really happy. That we could be together. That's a lie.
岡部さんも好きになれてよかったです。
Oh. Bad time to take in bitter, awful coffee. In the middle of an emotional scene like that, and I'm there on camera. Oh. I kind of killed the mood. Yeah. I don't know who's worse in this situation. Okabe with his arsehole treatment of Lukaku, or me as the narrator who's fallen so out of interest he starts pulling gurning faces over the scene. You tell me.
I'm glad I fell in love with you.
That has to be a lie. To my surprise, Lukaku takes my hand in hers. Her hand is very warm and delicate. This is the first time I've touched her since we became a couple. And it will be the last. Lukaku places a note in my hand. And then she pulls away. She bows her head again.
Bye now.
Lukaku turns her back to me, then disappears into the shrine office. I look at the note. There's a number written there. Probably her mother's pager number. She kept her promise. But I treated her like a piece of shit. That's what you did. Well, I'm glad it has some kind of mirth at least, Harris the Jack. It feels at times like I'm riffing on the game and I'm being unfair to it. I think that's the problem. But I didn't keep mine. I can't let it end like this. I run full speed back to the lab, ignoring Carice's calls to stop. I slap on the headgear and leap to the past. What? You mean this chapter's not over? We're going back 5 hours in time. I regain consciousness in front of Akihabara Station. Lukaku is next to me. We're about to board the train for Komimar. When I say fuck that, we're going somewhere else. Lukaku looks a little anxious, but she doesn't raise a single complaint. The shuttle bus pulls up. The huge line of people begins to move. We can't go to Komimar like this. Shaking off my time leap-induced vertigo, I take Lukaku by the hand. Come on. Once we get out of line, I let go of Lukaku's hand and start walking.
Okabe-san, the bus is here.
We're not going to Komimar.
Eh?
This time, we're doing things my way.
Okabe-san, where are we going?
Lukaku asking the important question there, because there's no clue where we're going at the moment, is there?
Okabe-san?
I keep walking with Lukaku's hand in mine, ignoring everything else. Lukaku looks bewildered at first, but eventually she says no more and just starts following me with a sad expression. See, he's gone from treating her like a piece of shit and spending time with her and her friends to dragging her somewhere, not telling her anything and making her anxious. This is one gambit I'm not sure is going to work. We arrive at Yanabayashi Shrine, a place devoid of visitors, where an aura of peace and dignity dominates, where the cries of cicadas resound, and they're not annoying at all, are they? Hearing them going like an old 80s alarm clock. So I mean, that's not annoying. Lukaku's home. Finally, I turn to face Lukaku. That game, Do you mind killing the sound effects of the cicadas? I think this is meant to be a dramatic scene. You're kind of breaking the tension here. Instead of letting go. Game, shut up! I grasp her warm hand even tighter than before. Perhaps it's the heat, or perhaps it's our nervousness. Will these cicadas shut the fuck up? That's really fucking distracting and it's really annoying. But our hands are damp with sweat. But still, I don't let go. Game, you're not helping the mood here. Lukako is hanging her head. She might cry at any moment.
これで恋人関係は終わりっていうことですよね。
This means...
I'm finding it so hard to focus on the voices hearing that shit drilling through my skull. It's getting on my fucking nerves.
Our relationship is over, doesn't it?
Her lips tremble. Her voice trembles. I summon my resolve and pick up a shotgun and start turning round so that every cicada gets it right in the fucking eyes so they shut up so I can carry on doing the scene. And answer her with a laugh.
何を勘違いしている
What are you talking about?
Eh?
俺たちの恋人関係はまだ終了してないぜ
Our couple phase isn't over yet. I strike a pose and mimic a line from a popular card battling anime. In America. Until I witnessed Miyuri's death, this is how I acted all the time. Now it takes some effort, but I still have it in me.
But...
Meanwhile, Mobile Andre saying hello and best regards from Poland. Well, good evening to you, mate. Hello from the UK. How are you doing, mate? How are you getting on out there?
さっき言っただろ俺の好きにさせてもらうと
And this is a blind Let's Play, by the way, so I'm not seeing this scene or the ones that come afterwards, so please do not drop any spoilers. Anyone watching this, please don't do it. Weren't you listening? This time, we're doing things my way.
さあ我が弟子よ
Now, my disciple,
今すぐ妖刀神だれを持ってくるのだ
bring forth the demon sword, Samidare! The wind blows. The trees growing over the main building rustles its leaves in response. Let's say, Queen, you're a little more forgiving of Okabe than I am. But at least you share my disdain to the Kikados. Because you say, yeah, at least he realises that he's being a shit and tries to sort it out. Which is better than some people, I suppose, yes. Lukako looks at me blankly. Tears form in the corners of her eyes.
What?
なんですだ決まっているだろ精神残魔流の修行だ
Isn't it obvious? It's time to continue your training in the Seishin Zanma School of Swordsmanship.
修行
My training?
この2ヶ月近く俺たち2人でやってきた修行を忘れたのか
Have you already forgotten what I taught you?
でも岡部さん
No, but... Okay.
今日まだ
It's Kiyoma!
Eh?
我が名を忘れたのかルカコ
Have you forgotten my true name, Lukako?
俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院京馬だ
I am the insane mad scientist, Hoin Kiyoma! Swallowing my embarrassment, I strike another pose. Oh, finally! I'm there, literally smashing the A button. I'm like, move. I'm smashing the A button to carry the scene on. It wasn't responding. I was so caught up in the questioning of your gender that I lost the true sight of our true relationship.
だがな俺とルカ子の関係は初めから決まっていたんだそのことにようやく気づいた
But now I finally realize the truth. Our relationship was decided from the very beginning.
決まっていた。何がですか？
Decided? How?
Those cicadas are really ruining the fucking scene, aren't they? They're totally undermining the tone here.
俺は男でお前は女で俺たちは今日までの仮初めの恋人
I may be a man, and you may be a woman, but our temporary relationship as a couple. I take a deep breath. I gently comb my fingers through Lukako's hair. I twist my lips into a grin.
そんなことはどうでもいい
Matters not.
Huh?
俺は俺でありルカ子はルカ子であり
I am I. Lukako is Lukako. I am thou. Thou art I.
ルカ子は俺の弟子だ
And Lukako is my disciple. As I gently stroke her hair, Lukako puts her warm hand on top of mine. The tears collected in the corners of her eyes suddenly fall. And no worries, Ashton, you got yourself off, you go and have a nice relaxing rest, mate, and I'll see you another time, hopefully. May I swallow my inner puke at saying this line? I'm going to need to wash my mouth out before I do. And I wasn't joking, by the way.
Yes, of course, Okabe. I mean, Kiyoma-san is my master.
よく言ったさあルカ子よサミダレを持ってくるのだ
Well said! Now, Lukako, bring forth Samidare!
At once.
待っててくださいね。すぐ取ってきますから。ここにいてくださいね。
Just a moment. I'll be right back. Please stay here, okay?
どこにも行かないさだから早く行くんだ
I'm not going anywhere, so hurry! Lukako reluctantly lets go of my hand, shyly turns away from me, and heads to the shrine office. We spend 4 hours training, just like we used to do. And I've had to stop that from rolling just so I can get away from that really annoying soundtrack. See, look how much different the scene sounds now with that Kikada's backing track removed. Doesn't it sound more pleasant? Here we go. You're welcome. Practice swings with the demon sword. Stories of the sword's history. Lectures on the intricacies of Seishin Zanma swordsmanship. All fabricated from my Chunibiu delusions. I talk. Lukako, dressed now in her Miko robes, listens with rapt attention. Occasionally, we take a break, sit on the shrine's stairway, and eat the sweet rice balls Lukako's mother brings us. And that's how we spend an extraordinarily ordinary 4 hours.
よし今日はここまで
Alright, that's it for today. Lukako lowers her stance and slowly sheaths the demon sword, Samidare. Yeah, they are mocking because now they shut the fuck up. At the end of all that, they've finally been calm and quiet. She looks so beautiful and majestic standing there in flowing white robes, sword shining in her hands. I found myself mesmerised once again. Lukako bows, snapping me out of it.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.
ちょっとだけ強くなれた気がします。
I think I got a little stronger.
謙遜しなくていい今日お前は精神三魔流奥義の一つ32式さくらんぼを得得した
No need for humility. Today you mastered one of the Seishin Zanma style secrets, Type 32 Cherry Bomb.
だが過信はするなお前はまだまだ弱いんだからな
But don't get cocky, for you are still weak.
もっともっと
Yes, sir. I want to learn even more from you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Ugh. That just creeps me out for some reason. The breeze feels nice after the sweat we worked up. We savour our comfortable fatigue as we drink the barley tea Lukako's mother brought out for us.
久しぶりに京馬さんのお話聞けた気がします。
I feel like it's been a long time since you last taught me, Kiyoma-san.
ここ何日か俺の意識はマニュアルという恐ろしき封印術式により不安定な状態になっている。
For the past few days, my mind has been under the dread influence of the foul grimoire known as the Manual.
だがもう完全復活した。心配かけたな。
But I've fully recovered. Do not worry. And Avian, welcome to the stream. Oh, that's cool. You had your bro stop by. That's nice. What did you miss? You missed a train wreck of a date, and you also missed the scene where I got visibly pissed off with the audio of the game. It's worth watching back. Also, don't I look pretty with the nice light shining on me now, Avian?
Thank goodness. You're back to your old self.
Lukako answers happily, and then her expression turns serious, as if she's made up her mind about something.
昨日僕に聞きましたよね。男だった時の記憶が残っているかって。
Yesterday, you asked me if I had any memories from when I was a guy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Lukako looks away. I see her hands fidgeting in her lap. Finally, with trembling lips, she speaks.
僕覚えているんです。
I do remember.
No surprise. Oh, you think I look pretty? Do all those cutesy poses. Yes. Drinking the saccharin and then puke. Because I would if I was you, I'd puke as well. I expected she'd remember after what I experienced with Faris.
覚えているというか、なんて言ったらいいのか。
I remember. Or actually, how should I say it?
とても儚い感じ。
It's a very transient feeling.
儚い。
Transient?
はっきり思い出したわけじゃなくて、記憶の海の底の方というか、頭の
I can't clearly remember it, but at the bottom of my sea of memories, well, in my head,
Then Lukako starts pawing at the air above and to the right of her head.
この辺にあるような感じです。
it feels like it's around here somewhere.
I don't really get it.
とにかく覚えているんだな。
Anyway, you remember? Lukako nods.
すみません。昨日は嘘をついちゃいました。
I'm sorry I lied yesterday.
気にするな。この俺、法院京馬を欺いたのだから大したものだ。
Don't worry about it. You should be proud to have fooled the great Hoin Kyoma.
そのおかげで、お母さんのポケベルの番号も僕聞かなくても知っているんです。
So because I remembered, I knew Mom's pager number without having to ask.
She takes out a piece of paper, upon which is written the number.
今日はどんな結果になってもこれを渡すつもりでした。
I was going to give you this no matter how things turned out today.
それから 一つ。
And one more thing.
One more thing?
記憶のことと関係しているかどうかわからないんですけど、
I don't know if it's related to my memories, but
古いパソコンのありかについて。
it's about that old computer.
Huh? Now that I didn't expect.
IBN5100 のことか。
The IBN 5100?
はい。多分そうだと思います。
Yes, I think so.
True. Lukako did seem like she knew something about the IBN 5100. Plus, Luca's dad confirmed that it was here at the shrine. And then one day, it suddenly disappeared. Does Lukako know where it is now?
それが事実なの？ルカ子、お前は男に戻らなくても済むかもしれない。
If that's true, Lukako, then you might not have to turn back into a guy. But Lukako faintly shakes her head.
それは無理だと思います。
I don't think it's that easy.
なんで？
But why not? Lukako grips my hand.
ついてきてください。案内します。
Please come with me. I'll show you.
She looks into my eyes. Lukako is no longer crying. Interesting. So what's she going to show us? That's the key question. In the fading sunlight, her eyes shine with firm resolve. She brings me to Daibiru. Daibiru, by the way, literally translates as big building. Because Dai is big. So that's literally all it is. It's big building. I look up at the huge towering building. See, what did I tell you? I just know. I'm good. I'm really good.
ここに IBN5100 が。
The IBN 5100 is here?
そっちじゃなくてですね。
Not there.
Lukako faces away from Daibiru and points to a coin locker tucked into a narrow alley.
去年のお正月前。
It happened last year, just before New Year's.
Lukako walks up to the coin locker as she talks.
その時までうちの神社にあのパソコンはあったんです。
The computer was at our shrine until then.
Until New Year's? That's a contradiction. It was only 2 weeks ago that I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine. Which means I really haven't returned to the original Tower World line.
僕のせいなんです。僕が神事のお手伝いで倉庫をお掃除していた時に。
It's all my fault. I was helping out at the shrine, sweeping the storehouse when
誤って壊しちゃったんです。
I broke it by accident.
壊した？
You broke it? Lukako nods.
でももしお父さんに知られたら怒られると思って、それで
But I thought Dad would get mad at me if he found out, so
こっそりここまで持ってきてコインロッカーの中に隠したんです。
I brought it here and hid it in the coin locker.
That's a contradiction too. It took both Kurisu and Okabe to carry it. And they took ages to get back, and they had back-breaking work. How did you get it all the way over here? Something's wrong here. That can't be right. Either I've just pointed out a massive plot hole, or something else is going on.
よくここまで持ってこられたな。あれは尋常じゃない重さだぞ。
Well, Okabe's on the same wavelength as me. It must have been tough bringing it all the way out here. That thing weighs a ton.
家にあった台車を使いました。そのせいで台車まで壊れちゃったんですけど。
I used the pushcart from home. It broke too.
Well, how did you get it onto the pushcart? How did you get it into the locker? There's still pieces that don't fit. Even so, it must have been hard to get it here with just a pushcart. Maybe she was running on adrenaline.
京馬さんが探してるって聞いた時、僕すごくびっくりして。
When I heard Kiyama-san was searching for it, I was really surprised.
本当のことずっと話そうって思ってたんですけど、嫌われるかもしれないって考えたら言い出せませんでした。
I know I should have told you the truth, but I thought you'd hate me for it, and I couldn't say anything.
バカだな。そんなことでお前を嫌うわけがないだろう。何しろお前は俺の弟子なのだからな。
Fair point, Avian. Hid it to avoid being turned back into a boy. But then again, that means she'd had the memories for quite some time. Which is not impossible, but it seems a bit strange. Oh, I've just noticed, by the way. Is that a Persona 3 Easter egg there? Wild Duck Burger? I'd be surprised if it is, but it'd be awesome at the same time. Nonsense. I wouldn't hate you for that. No matter what, you're still my disciple.
I know.
Lukako takes the locker key out of her pocket.
もう1年半以上放置したから、管理会社に持っていかれちゃったかもしれませんけど。
It's already been more than half a year, so the management probably took it away.
I agree with you, Queen. It's probably not going to be one, but it's still really nice if it was.
1年半放置か。だとしたら絶望的だな。
Half a year. I guess it's hopeless then. This locker charges 200 yen per day. Normally, if a coin locker goes unpaid for more than a few days, the management retrieves the contents. And if the owner doesn't claim it within a month, it's usually thrown away. Meaning the IBN 5100 is already... Lukako goes to a large locker at the end of the row, inserts the key and tries the lock.
鍵かかってないみたいです。
Ah, it's not locked.
確定だな。
I guess that settles it. Sure enough, Lukako opens the door to reveal an empty locker.
すみません。
I'm sorry.
Either way, it doesn't matter. There's no point in retrieving a broken IBN 5100. You can get Darry to fix it. And that'd be the germination of figuring out his time machine later on. But that's just a theory. A swish theory. Yeah, making her cry the first time was probably a good spot for where she figured it out, yeah, but it just still feels a bit contrived, this whole chapter, to be honest. Hopefully it's going to be in the rearview mirror soon. But I don't tell her that.
お前が責任を感じなくてもいい。
It's not your fault.
俺が安易に世界を歪ませたのが一番の元凶なんだからな。
I'm the one who messed with the timeline. Everything that happened is my fault.
京馬さん。
Kiyama-san.
That's why I must bear the burden. Mayuri's pain, Scissorhar's pain, Faris' pain, and now Lukako's pain. Something occurs to me. What if I send an email telling Lukako not to sleep the storehouse? How would that change the world line? Would the IBN 5100 stay at Yanabayashi Shrine, ready for me to retrieve in August as planned? Part of me wants to try sending that email. And with that in mind, I'm now going to do a save here, because that might well be a change. If it works, Lukako could stay a girl. No, I mustn't give in to the temptation. My goal is to restore the world line, not warp it further. Fix the past to save Mayuri. That is my mission.
僕の記憶、なんだか奇妙なんです。
There's something strange about my memories.
奇妙とは？
Strange how?
僕の記憶の中には、あのパソコンのことについての2つの記憶が混ざっていて。
Inside my mind, there are two memories about that old computer mixed together.
一つはそんなパソコンは全然知らないし、倉庫のお掃除もしなかった僕の記憶。
The first memory is of me breaking it. The other has no memory of it at all.
男だった僕はパソコンを壊してません。倉庫の掃除の代わりに本殿のお掃除をしていたから。
The male me didn't break the computer. He swept the main shrine instead of the storehouse.
So Lukako swept the storehouse because she became a girl. Because she swept the storehouse, she broke the IBM 5100 and deposited it into this coin locker. As a result, the IBM 5100 will never reach me. Is this the butterfly effect?
やっぱり僕が男に戻るしか方法はないみたいです。
So there's no choice. I have to go back to being a guy.
There's no longer any doubt in her eyes. There's no choice. She knows it as well as I. We return empty-handed to Yanabayashi Shrine, which is dyed scarlet by the setting sun. Lukako lets go of my hand as we arrive. We spent the whole walk hand in hand. Then she turns to me.
今度こそお別れですね。
So this is goodbye.
Yeah.
京馬さんと修行ができて本当に良かったです。
I'm really happy that I could train with you again.
She smiles shyly again, but her cheeks are dyed pink. I can tell she's desperately holding back her tears. But those tears hold a different meaning than the ones I saw before I time leaped. At least, I'd like to think so.
俺はお前に恋人らしいことは何もしてやれなかった
I didn't really do anything boyfriend-like for you, did I?
そんなことはどうでもいいですよ。
That doesn't matter.
な。そうだった。
Yeah, you're right. I'm sincerely relieved, because Lukako smiled for me.
まゆりちゃんのこと助けてあげてください。
Please, save Mayuri-chan.
まゆりちゃんは僕にとっても大事なお友達ですから。
Mayuri-chan is really important to me.
ルカ子。
Lukako.
もう行ってください。出ないと僕泣いちゃいそうで。
Please go already. If you don't, I might cry.
だからお願いします。
So, please.
今日までありがとうございました。
Thank you for everything.
こういう時は例の合言葉ですよね。
Ah, this is when I use that phrase, right?
エルサイコンガリ
El Sai Kongali.
コングルーだ。
It's kangaroo. I find myself smiling. Lukako forces a smile too.
エルサイコングルフです。
El Sai Kangaroo.
She bows deeply. She doesn't raise her head. A sign for me to go already. I turn back to the archway at the shrine's entrance. My feet are heavy. They won't advance. I stop in front of the stairs. Another quick save while I got the chance. Then I take out my phone.
もしもし岡部、まゆりから電話あったわよ。プンプンしてた。あんたがコミマに来る約束をすっぽかしたって。
Okabe. Mayuri called. She was mad. You stood her up on your promise to go to Kamimar.
クリスティーナ。今から言う番号を電話レンジカッコ仮に入力してくれ。
Christina, I need you to enter a number into the phone wave. Name subject to change.
何よ。 どういうことか説明して。
What? Explain yourself.
いいから頼む。
Please,
これから D メールを送る。
just do it. I'm sending a D-mail. I hear a sigh on the other end of the phone.
番号は
The number is... I'll tell her Lukako's mother's pager number, with another string of numbers attached. Asterisk 2, asterisk 22929831292983183183129229. Meat, meat, veg, veg, meat, meat, veg, veg. When she sees this, Lukako's mother will probably think it's a prank. Then she'll assume the demo we sent earlier was also a prank. If that still doesn't change the world line, we can just try something else. Ah, shit, it didn't work. What happened instead? Ah, it doesn't fucking matter, we can change the past. Let's go again. Pages in 1992 didn't display the sender's number. Lukako's mother won't know who sent it. I already told Karisu the timer setting. Everything's ready. I hang up once I confirm that the 32-inch CRT is on. Now I just need to call the phone wave, name subject to change. Then the world line will change. Lukako will turn back into a guy. Her memories will disappear. Mayuri won't die today. However, I hesitate to open my address book. My thoughts turn to Lukako, who is probably still watching me from behind. If I turn around, what will I see on her face? I want to check, but I don't think she'd want that. Lukako finally smiled for me today, but I still have lingering reservations inside. This time, I'm about to sacrifice Lukako's memories. The memories of the 17 years she lived as a girl on this world line. The memories of her parents who rejoiced when their daughter was born. I'm about to erase all of that. But if I don't, I'll be rejecting the 17 years Lukako lived as a guy. Just going to quickly get down to... use this slot. Hold on a second. I'm looking at the timestamps from the most recent one. And it's the top right corner, number 8. Okay. Just in case I've done anything wrong and I have to reload. I will be rejecting the memories of his parents, who rejoiced when their son was born. Even so, is it okay to turn Lukako back into a guy? I'm lost and cannot take another step. I've sacrificed the memories of 2 friends already. The sight of their tears has burned into my mind. Ah, best girl, how I miss you. Something soft presses against my back. Lukako has embraced me from behind. I hear faint sobbing. What expression is she making now? Even without looking, I can tell. I really don't want to change back.
It's not allowing me to bring up the phone. Not by the trigger buttons anyway. Not by that either. Her words are like needles stabbing into my heart.
Because...
男に戻ったら岡部さんへのこの気持ち封印しなくちゃいけないから。
if I change back into a guy, I'll have to hide my feelings for you.
男なのに岡部さんのこと好きでいちゃいけないと思うから。
No, Luca, it wouldn't. It's perfectly natural for you to have feelings for somebody else. What you can't dictate is whether they'll be reciprocated. It's not wrong at all. In fact, I'm not even going to read that line, it makes me uncomfortable. I have nothing against homosexuals. But unfortunately, I am heterosexual. I won't be able to answer Lukako's feelings if he's a guy.
それに今日の記憶も
memories of today will vanish too, won't they?
手をつないで一緒に歩いたことも
That we held hands and walked together.
久しぶりに二人で修行をしたことも
That we trained together after such a long time.
こうして今岡部さんの体に触れていることも
That I'm touching Okabe-san's body right now.
忘れたくない僕忘れたくないです
I don't want to forget. I don't!
Yep, still can't access the phone.
好きだから岡部さんのこと好きだから
Because I love you. I love you, Okabe-san.
まゆりちゃんを助けたい気持ちは僕にもあるからしょうがないって理性では理解できていても
I want to save Mayuri-chan too. And I understand there's no other way, but
やっぱり辛いです
it still hurts.
せめて今日の記憶だけは残しておきたかったです
At the very least, I want to keep my memories of today.
こんなに辛い気持ちを味わうって知ってたなら
If I'd known it would hurt this much,
女の子になりたいなんて願うんじゃなかった
then I never would have wished to become a girl in the first place.
龍華子
Lukako.
すみませんそんなことはどうでもいいの気持ちですよね
I'm sorry. I know that doesn't matter to you, right?
お前が男に戻っても俺にとって龍華子は龍華子だそれは変わらない
Even as a guy, you're still Lukako to me. That won't change.
そう言ってもらえて嬉しいです
Yes. It makes me happy to hear you say that.
岡部さんメール送ってください
Okabe-san, please send the email.
お願いします早く送って
Please. Send it quickly.
これ以上岡部さんのぬくもりを感じていたら僕
If you let me feel your warmth any longer,
もっと嫌なこと言っちゃいそうだから
I might say even worse things.
気持ちを我慢できなくなっちゃうから
I can't hold back my feelings anymore.
だが
Lukako, is this really okay?
岡部さんお願い
Okabe-san, please.
I'm about to sacrifice someone again. Is it my place to make that decision? My fingers tremble around my phone. But Lukaku embraces those trembling fingers with her own.
僕のこと覚えていてくれますか
「
Lukako places her finger on top of mine, on top of the send button.
ありがとう岡部さん。
Thank you, Okabe-san.
さようなら僕の好きな人。
Farewell, my love. Yep, I wasn't getting the bad ending, I was making sure we're carrying on. So, there we are. We are into chapter 9. We've made it. The warmth of Lukako's hand slips away as the vertigo hits me. I'm still at the shrine, but I no longer feel Lukako clinging to my back. Pardon me while I do a quick save. Let's go all the way back to the start. Actually, no, I've still got quite a lot of slots free, I think. Yeah, we'll carry on here for now. Eat up the internal hard space on my solid state drive. Let's do it. I turn around slowly. Lukako is standing a short distance away, as if to see me off. No tears, just a bewildered smile. My chest feels like it's about to burst. I hold it back.
なあルカ子
Hey, Lukako!
はい。
Yes?
お前は
You're... Indeed we are, we're past 0.5, we're getting closer. I hesitate for a moment, but I have to know.
男だよな
You're a guy, right?
はい。そうですけど。
Yes? She is gone. He has returned. Cuter than any girl. Looks good in Miko robes. Dude, why don't you just... But he's a guy. And? What's wrong with that? I bite my lip.
お前は俺のこと好きか
Oh, dude. Warning, warning, alert, alert, abort mission, abort, abort, abort. No, 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 no. I accidentally brought the phone on, I didn't mean to do that. Do you like me?
いきなり何を。
What? I don't understand.
好きか
Do you like me?
その 尊敬してます。
I respect you. And absolutely, Avian, completely correct. Guys can like guys. As I say, guys can like guys, girls can like girls, them can like them. Well, I don't understand the social taboo, personally. He respects me? I don't deserve his respect. But that's not what matters now. Lukako's answer seemed clear, but wasn't. He didn't answer the question.
男に戻ったら岡部さんへのこの気持ち封印しなくちゃいけないから。
I'm not rereading that line. We've already gone through it. Lukako still might like me, even though he's a guy again. However, he'll never speak honestly about any of those feelings. This is what Lukako decided for himself. It would be wrong to pry any further. Maybe I'm just running away. Maybe I should pry, force him to confront his feelings. But I'm not strong enough to accept the consequences. I'll just end up hurting Lukako.
ありがとうお前にはこれからもずっと俺の弟子でいてほしいそれでいいか
Thanks. You are my disciple, now and forever. Agreed?
はい、もちろんです。
Yes, of course I am. I look away, unable to bear his shy smile. Now, pardon me for a second, I just need to very quickly go AFK. I won't be long, we're back in a sec. And I'm back. Ah, Avian, yeah, what's AFK? Away from keyboard. That's what that means. Sorry, I just had to go and do a very quick rest stop, is all I've got to say. Keeping it clean for the audience. I look away, unable to bear his shy smile. The world line has changed. Lukaku is a guy again. Which means the IBN 5100 should be here at the shrine. On the previous ward line, girl Lukaku broke the IBN 5100 while cleaning the storehouse. But guy Lukaku didn't clean the storehouse. He never broke the IBN 5100. It's 6:46 PM. Judging by past experience, it's very likely that I've averted Mayuri's death for today. But just in case, I should get back to the lab within the hour.
ルカ子、お前は去年この神社の倉庫で古いパソコンを壊した覚えがあるか？
Lukaku, do you remember breaking an old computer in the shrine storehouse last year?
古いパソコンですか？そんなものうちにはなかった気がしますけど。
An old computer? No, I don't remember anything like that.
僕パソコンはよくわからなくて。 ろくに触ったこともないんです。
I don't really understand computers. I haven't played with them much.
When Lukaku was a girl, she trembled when I asked her the same question. And then she forced a smile, as if to avoid admitting that she broke the computer. But he's not trembling now. Lukaku honestly doesn't know.
父上に会わせてくれ。
Go get your father for me. I asked Lukaku to fetch his father for me so I can ask him whether or not the IBN 5100 was in the storehouse.
古いパソコン？確かにそんな記憶がありますね。
An old computer? Yes, I do remember.
見てきましょう。ちょっと待っていてください。
I'll go check. Please wait a moment. He heads into the storeroom out back, just like on the previous world line. But on the previous world line, the IBN 5100 was no longer in the storehouse, since girl Lukaku had secretly moved it. How will it turn out this time? Luka's dad returns after about 10 minutes. His expression is grave. It's all the answer I need. Nothing has changed.
見つかりません。なくなっています。
It's gone! I couldn't find it anywhere! I quickly glanced at Lukaku's face. Blank. He doesn't seem to know anything. Lukaku is innocent. I'm sure of it.
倉庫の鍵が壊されていました。何者かが持ち去ったかもしれません。
The lock to the storehouse was broken. Someone may have stolen it.
持ち去った？
Stolen it? It didn't disappear? A thief took it?
重いものを引きずったような跡がありました。年末に大掃除をした時にはあんな跡はありませんでしたし、鍵も1ヶ月ほど前にたまたま確認した時は壊されていませんでした。
There's evidence someone dragged something heavy away. That wasn't there at the end of the year cleaning, and the lock wasn't broken when I checked last month.
まさか泥棒に入られるとは。
I never expected a thief would break in.
じゃあ警 警察に届けないと。
Then shouldn't we report it to the police? While they discuss what to do, I sigh and consider the situation. Yes, does this mean we're going to have to go back and get Moeka to undo her D-mail? And how will that screw with the plotline?
倉庫にないと意味がないんだ。
This isn't going to work. The IBN 5100 is still out of reach. There are 2 D-mails left to cancel. Something tells me that if I cancel just one more, I can get back to the IBN 5100. But which one?
岡部さん、なんだかよくわからないですけど、気を落とさないでください。
Okabe-san, I don't really understand, but please don't be sad.
そんなことどうでもいいの精神ですよ。
Just go, it matters not, like you always do. I chuckle. Lukaku's so adorable when he's trying to cheer me up. But he's a guy.
その言葉、使い方が間違っているぞ。
You're using that phrase wrong, you know. I wave goodbye and leave the shrine. 2 D-mails remain. First, the one I sent to myself with the winning Lotto 6 numbers. That one should be easy to cancel. The problem is the other one. The one sent by someone I wish I could forget. Kiryu Moeka. I know the gist of her D-mail, since she sent it as part of our early experiments. When Moeka asked to send the D-mail, I agreed under 2 conditions. First, make the content simple enough that the D-mail's effects would be obvious. Second, make the contents public to all lab mems. Moeka ended up sending a D-mail to prevent herself from buying a new phone a few days prior. The D-mail was sent to July 31st, an easy date to remember. The question is how it relates to the theft of the IBN 5100. It must be the butterfly effect, as it was with Lukaku's D-mail. This time, however, I will not hesitate to do what is necessary. Kiryu Moeka does not deserve my sympathy. That woman and her men have killed Miyuri more times than I can bear to remember. I will show her no mercy. There's just one problem. The cancellation D-mail needs to be sent from Moeka's own phone. I don't think a message from me telling her not to change phones would sway Moeka's intentions in the slightest. Ah, that's annoying, Queen. Your phone's lost internet, so you're on your phone until you get it back. Yes, of course, I did drop internet on a previous stream, and that's my big fear about the 24-hour stream that's coming up on Saturday. Who knows what's going to happen? I need her phone, but I don't know where to find her. What do I do? I returned to the lab and set things up so I could time leap at a moment's notice. Fortunately, that isn't necessary.
お腹いっぱい。マユシーは今日はほとんど何も食べてなかったからずっとペコペコだったんだよ。Phew, I'm stuffed. I barely ate today, so I was hungry.
明日もあるの？
Is there more tomorrow? 明日だけじゃなくて、明後日もあるの。Yeah, and the day after too.
Mayuri just got back from Komimar 30 minutes ago. She and Karisu, who stayed behind at the lab, have just finished eating cup noodles. It's already past 8, and so far, nothing has happened. Miyuri is still alive. Yay! You got back on the main primary internet, Queen, that's awesome. Going by the pattern, her death has probably been postponed until about this time tomorrow. Is this the will of some higher being? God? Fate? The universe itself? Or is it merely coincidence? That doesn't matter now.
さてさて、マユシーは明日早いからもう帰るね。Okie dokie, Mayushi's got an early day to start tomorrow, so I'm going home.
Miyuri takes a big stretch and starts getting ready to go. She's been up since 5 this morning, Looks like she plans to wake up early, but tomorrow too. That reminds me. I haven't seen Daru at all. He's fighting in the Komimar Holy War too, so that doesn't surprise me. Busy checking his spoils, I guessed. Yes, checking all those badges and rare merchandise and photographs that you've had taken with celebrities.
ねえねえ、クリスちゃんやオカリンはコミマ行かないの？
Hey guys, why don't you come too?
俺はパスだが助手が行きたいそうだ。
I'll pass, but my assistant looks like she wants to go.
はあ？
What? Kurisu jumps up at my answer.
ちょっと岡部、何勝手に捏造してんのよ。
Hey, don't put words in my mouth.
さっきまで興味津々な様子でマユリのコスプレ話を聞いていたではないか。
I saw your eyes sparkling while you listened to Mayuri's cosplay stories.
そうだけど、誰も行くとは言ってない。
Maybe, but nobody said anything about going.
行こうよ、クリスちゃん。
Come on, Chris-chan. I know that Kurisu is an app channeler, but is she an otaku? Not all app channelers are otaku, but she has often hinted at an interesting cosplay.
お断りよ。人が多すぎて息が詰まりそう。
No way, I'd suffocate in a crowd like that.
今日と比べるとね、2日目はそんなに多くないよ。午後から来れば快適そのものなんだから。人気のある同人誌なんかは売り切れちゃうけどね。
It's not as crowded on day 2. If you're worried, come in the afternoon. All the popular stuff will be sold out, though.
岡部がついてきなさいよ。あんた、マユリの保護者でしょ？
You go, Okabe. You're Mayuri's guardian, aren't you?
違うよ。マユシーはね、オカリンの人質。
No, Mayushi is Okarin's hostage.
ああ、はいはい。そうだったな。
Oh, right. That's what it was.
人質に逃げられちゃまずいでしょ。手錠でもかけて同行すれば？
Oh, God. Yeah, no. Don't go to a con like that, kids. Security will not be amused. Very bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Well, you don't want your hostage to escape, do you? Shouldn't you take her along in handcuffs or something?
俺にはこの秋葉でやらなければならないことがある。
I've got business in Akiba.
何よ。やらなきゃならないことって。
What do you mean, business? The search for Kiryu Mueka. I already sent her an email. We need to talk. And now I'm awaiting her reply. Something tells me it's not going to work.
無言ってことは、単に行きたくないだけか。
No answer. I guess it was just an excuse.
クリスティーナ、話が。
Christina, we need to talk.
また？相変わらず唐突ね。
Again, abrupt as usual.
またとはどういう意味だ？
What do you mean, again?
別に。
Nothing.
何話って何？
What you gonna talk about?
あのね、最近オカリンとクリスちゃん仲良しなんだよね。いつも2人で話し込んでるもん。
You two have been really close lately, huh? You're always talking together.
マユシーも秘密の会議に参加したい気持ちでいっぱいです。
Mayushi really wants to join in your secret meetings and stuff.
タイムリープマシンについての協議をしているだけだ。おそらくマユリが参加してもちんぷんかんぷんだと思うぞ。
Don't worry. We've just been talking about the time leap machine. It would just be gibberish to you. Not entirely accurate, but not a lie either.
そしてこれからクリスティーナに話そうとしているのはいかにしてこいつをコミマへ行かせるかという内容だ。マユリを期待して待っていろ。
Besides, the purpose of this particular discussion is to convince Christina to attend Komima. Prepare for good news, Mayuri.
わかった。ありがとね、オカリン。
Oh, great! Thanks, Okarin! Mayuri waits in the lab as I take Karisu outside.
というわけでクリスティーナ
So, Christina,
コミマに行くつもりはないから。
I'm not going to Kamimar.
お前さっきまたと言ったな。ここでこうして1対1での相談を何度もしているということで間違いないか。
You just said again now. We've talked like this before. Just the two of us?
ついに記憶に錯乱が見られるようになったか。狂気のマッドサイエンティストさんはアセチルコリンが減少してるんじゃない？
Losing your memory now? Does our little mad scientist have an acetylcholine deficiency? Some kind of chemical compound. Yeah, a neurotransmitter. Acetylcholine levels in the hippocampus increase when learning or remembering.
真面目に答えろ。
I'm being serious.
あんたなんか変よ。
You're acting weird today. What's going on?
頼む。答えてくれ。
Please, I need to know.
答えるも何も岡部がさっき言った通りよ。もう 4,5 回くらいこうして外に出て2人でタイムリープマシンをどうするかについて話してる。
I mean, yeah. This is like the 5th time you brought me outside to talk about the time leap machine.
俺がタイムリープしていることについては。
Have we talked about my time leaping? For an instant, Karisu opens her eyes wide in surprise, but then she gives me an angry glare.
知ってるの？
You're time leaping? I nod.
かれこれ10回以上。
More than a dozen times already.
そんなに？何勝手な真似してんのよ。
That many? What the hell are you doing? Looks like she doesn't know anything about Lukaku or my shifting between world lines. But that's only natural. So far I've changed world lines a total of 3 times. Let's call the first world line where Mayuri died Alpha 1. The world line where Faris and I fought the viral attackers is Alpha 2. The world line where I dated girl Lukaku is Alpha 3. And now I'm on Alpha 4. From my perspective, Alpha 1, Alpha 2 and Alpha 3 were undone by my D-mails. But for Karisu and everyone else in Alpha 4, those world lines were nothing but separate, intangible possibilities to begin with. I guess I have to explain everything again. Yeah, he'll make a good storyteller come the end of this, won't he? Because he keeps on telling the same story over and over again. I sigh heavily, then begin.
おおむね把握した。
I think I get it. After I'm done, Karisu sighs and lightly pats my arm.
あんまり無茶しないで。
Don't wear yourself out.
常習に励まされるとは屈辱だな。
It's a disgrace to be comforted by my assistant.
なんで屈辱なのよ。せっかく優しくしてやったのに。ほんといちいち偉そうだな。
Why are you always like that? I'm even trying to be nice. You're really full of yourself, you know.
同情などいらない。すべては俺の軽率な行動が起こしたことだ。自業自得なんだ。
I don't need your sympathy. Everything that happened is my fault. I'm just getting what I deserve.
って常習にこの話をするのはかれこれ4回目か5回目くらいだが、毎回こうやって自虐的になるな。
Come to think of it, every time I explain this to you, I always end up hating myself in the end. Okabe.
俺の心配よりマユリの心配をしてくれ。
Don't worry about me. Worry about Mayuri.
おそらくマユリは明日死ぬ。どんな死に方かはわからない。
Mayuri will probably die tomorrow. I don't know how it will happen. If Mayuri stays away from the lab, she can probably avoid running into Moeka and her men. It doesn't matter though. She'll die all the same. All Alpha world lines converge on her death. Escaping the attractor field is the only way to save her.
お前には悪いと思うが、明日マユリの死を見届けてほしい。
Sorry about this. But I want you to be there when she dies tomorrow night.
だからコミマに行けって言ったのか。
That's why you want me to go to Kamimar.
死は回避できない。抵抗は無駄だ。お前は見届けて、俺に連絡するだけでいい。
There's nothing we can do to prevent her death. Just stay close and tell me when it happens.
お前からの連絡が来たら、タイムリープする。
Once I know, I'll make the time leap.
マユリが死ぬのが分かっていながら何もできないなんて。
I can't believe there's nothing we can do.
全然実感が湧かないけど事実なんでしょうね。あんたの目を見れば分かる。
It just doesn't feel real, but it's the truth, isn't it? I can see it in your eyes.
大丈夫？
Are you okay?
大丈夫じゃない。マユリを助けるためには、まだ。
No, I still haven't saved Mayu.
マユリのこともそうだけど。
I know, that's not what I meant. Karisu interrupts me.
私が聞いたのはあんたのこと。
Are you okay?
俺がどうしたって。
I don't follow.
あんまり気負いすぎないで。
You're carrying an awful burden. It's rare for her to look so concerned for me. Well, you're giving her a reason to be concerned. You're taking on a shitload.
言っただろう。俺の心配より、マユリの心配をしろと。
I told you not to worry about me. It's Mayuri you need to worry about.
俺は明日、桐生萌香を探す。
Tomorrow, I'm going to look for Moeka. If Mayuri doesn't die tomorrow, I can postpone the time leap. If Mayuri does die tomorrow, I'll return to the past no matter what.
できれば、マユリに痛い思いをさせたくないがな。
I wish there was some way that Mayuri wouldn't have to suffer.
だったら今からタイムリープしちゃえばいい。
Then why don't you time leap now?
この世界線において、いつがデッドラインなのか。それを見極めておかないと、計画をうまく立てられないだろう。
I can't plan effectively without knowing the deadline.
こんなこと言うとなんだけど、私はマユリが死ぬところなんて見たくない。
I don't want to see Mayuri die either, you know.
気持ちはわかるが、頼めるのはお前しかいない。
I know how you feel, but you're the only one I can ask. It's so interesting that they've now got such a bond that he's in a position where he can trust her with these kind of things. But yeah, can't use any of these, so that's what I thought. No choices yet.
随分信用されてるの。
Where did all this trust come from?
何しろお前は、俺の助手だからな。
You're my assistant, after all. Karisu forces a laugh at my feeble attempt at a joke.
偉そうに。
You're so full of yourself. We have our plan. Karisu will go to her first Kamimar. Mayuri will be delighted when I tell her the news. Oh, we've got a mail. I haven't seen Mayuri all day. Right, before I get that mail, I'm going to do a quick save. And then I'm going to find out what the mail is. I've got two. I've got quite a few. I've got from Mayuri and from Karisu. Morning, Okabe. I'm heading off now. Johnny with Mayuri. We're heading out to Ariake. Kinda excited, lol. I had no idea it would be this crowded. Save me, Oz. Oh, no choices. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. I was expecting a choice then, but no, nothing. I want to be with her, of course, but that's not possible. Moeka hasn't replied, which means I have to find her myself. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about her. My only clue is Arc Rewrite, the company Moeka supposedly worked at. I find it after a quick search online. Sure enough, their business is producing articles for PC magazines. Luckily, their office is in Akiba. I try calling first, but it goes to voicemail. I guess they're still closed for the Obon holiday. Or maybe it's a trap and a cover. Or maybe it's just a bad time. Looks like I've got no choice but to visit them in person. It's the second day of Kamimar, and Akiba is deserted. Most of the attacker are lined up at Big Sight right now. I've experienced the craze of Kamimar several times firsthand. It's literal war. It scares me whenever Mayuri goes alone. I can't help but imagine her trampled by a horde of crazed otaku. It's like, yes, must get the signature. Must get the signature. But in reality, Mayuri's surprisingly quick and tough. I've seen her weave through crowds like you wouldn't believe. Karisu's the one more likely to get trampled. I can't help but feel sorry for her. Maybe it was wrong to ask her to go. I find the ARC rewrite office in a fancy looking building on the outskirts of Akiba. I take the elevator up, but there's nobody there. I lean against the wall and wait. After about 30 minutes, a man dressed in shirt and tie appears. I explain that I'm a relative of Kiryu Moeka and ask for her contact info. But he gives me an unexpected answer. We don't have an employee by that name. You don't? Damn, I've been tricked! I should have known better. Moeka is working for CERN. Of course her place of employment is fake. Is this the end of the line? Just about to turn around and leave, the man pounds his hand as if he remembered something. Wait a second! There was a girl who worked here just 2 days before disappearing. I think her name might have been Kiryu. We might still have her resume. I frantically bow my head and ask her to look for it. He's reluctant, but acquiesces. Lovely word, acquiesces. I like that. The address listed on the resume leads me to a beat-up old apartment. Not the sort of place you'd expect a single woman to live, unless she's an assassin hiding from the police. I feel a strange unease as I approach the apartment. For some reason, there's a police car parked right in front of the complex. A uniformed officer is standing out front. And one room on the second floor, room 202, Moeka's, has a blue sheet covering the door. What's going on here? I walk up to the police officer. Excuse me, did the person who lives there move? No. Then... Are you related? I knew her. You haven't heard? The police officer looks uncomfortable. The bad feeling in my gut is getting worse. What happened? Suicide. What? Suicide? But why? When? Yesterday. No way.
ご遺体は近くの千代田第三病院に運ばれてるはずだから。身寄りが誰もいないみたいでね。困ってたんだ。会いに行ってやってくれないかな。
They took her to Kyoto Third Central Hospital. Doesn't look like she had any relatives. We don't know who to notify. Will you go see the body? I'll go see the body, but I get the feeling it's not going to be the body he's expecting. It sounds like identity theft to me, and Kiryu Moeka is just a cover ID. I bow my thanks and leave. She's dead? Moeka's dead? What's going on? It doesn't make sense. Suicide? Moeka, who killed Mayuri in cold blood, committed suicide? Or is this part of a conspiracy? Could her own men have killed her and made it look like a suicide? Today's the 16th. On World Line Alpha 1, Moeka raided the lab on the 13th. 3 days have passed since then. Each time I change world lines, Mayuri's death gets pushed back 1 day. So does Moeka's raid. It hasn't happened yet on this world line. So why did she die? I don't get it. This is the first time this has happened. How should I deal with this? What should I do? I squat on the ground and cradle my head in confusion. So you agree with me, Avian? I mean, it just seems too convenient. You've done this and now we're going to suddenly have it where she's dead. Why? If Moeka is dead, maybe Mayuri doesn't have to die. No, I don't think Convergence is that kind. Fate demands Mayuri's death. Whenever I try to stop it, something interferes. True, I'm the one who meddled with the timeline, but haven't I paid the price already? You see, Avian, you say she didn't change her phone, so maybe it's a code to herself, but it's not changed the D-mail to stop her sending that message to herself to not change her phone. So by all intents and means, that should still happen. Should be in the keyword. How did all this happen? A few weeks ago, I was just a college student with a severe case of Chinibu. Save for Mayuri's grandmother, I had never experienced the death of anyone close to me. Death had no place in my life. But how many times have I faced death these past 3 days? More, when you count the loops I've made. I can't take it anymore. I don't know how much longer I can go on. One more. Just one more D-mail to cancel. If I could just get my hands on Moeka's phone. Time leap. Moeka died yesterday around noon. I can go back to before that happened. The reason she died isn't important. Whether Mayuri's murderer kills herself is of no concern to me. I just need to cancel that D-mail. Upon return to the lab, I casually look up at the second floor window, and what I see shocks me to my core. Electrical discharge! Someone's using the time leap machine! Who? Mayuri and Daru should be at Komimar. Not even Carissa should be here. I asked her to escort Mayuri yesterday. Besides, she's against changing the past. So who? The building shakes. The vibration reaches the street. I can't let this happen. The timeline mustn't be tampered with again. I need to stop it now. Turn off the CRT then. I race up the stairs to the lab. By the time I get there, the shaking has stopped. I quietly peek into the development room. Nobody's there. The door was unlocked. Anyone could have walked right in. How could we be so careless? The time leap machine is still faintly warm. So somebody did use it. Who? Did they time leap? This is the first time someone else has used the time leap machine. Are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that, Rintaro? Don't you find it odd that some people remembered the timeline from before? I do. Just to make sure, I check the X68000. As expected, the history's been erased. The same thing happens when we send a D-mail. There's nothing I can do about this. It worries me, but I had to focus on Moeka. I set up the time leap machine. The maximum leap time is 48 hours. To leap more than that, you need to leap 48 hours then leap again. The 42-inch CRT is on downstairs. That's plain as day, since the discharge phenomenon just occurred. I put on the headgear. Preparations complete. Should I really leap now? Oh, it's brought up the phone. Go on, let's do it. But first... So where are we going back to? We're going back 5 days. We're going back 5 days. Why have we gone back to the 11th? Suddenly the empty room is full of familiar faces. Mayuri is sitting on the sofa, working on her costumes and rubbing her tired eyes. Daru is at his PC, muttering to himself. Karisu is in the development room, tinkering with the phone wave. Name subject to change. Where is Moeka now? You think they've all used it? It makes sense, Avian, I agree. Should I try going to her apartment again? Honestly, I'm afraid to meet her face to face. I don't know what I might do. That woman killed Mayuri. Innocent Mayuri. Sewing with all she's got. I've seen the blood drain from her body. I've seen the light fade from her eyes. If I see Moeka, will I be able to contain my rage? It doesn't matter. I can't run away. In order to save Mayuri, I must meet with Moeka. I head to Moeka's ratty apartment. There's no sign of the police this time. Moeka's suicide will happen for another 4 days. Are you coming back to the lab today? So it's the question of do I reply or do I not reply? I don't know, but don't worry. You don't have to worry about anything. I'm gonna go with it, but I get the feeling it might be a mistake. I run up the iron stairs and stand in front of the door to Unit 202. The lights aren't on inside. I start getting anxious. Maybe she's not here. There's no intercom, so I reluctantly knock on the door. No reply. I try again with the same result. Damn. Might as well try the doorknob. Avian, yeah, I agree with you, it might make her worry, but at the same time, I think this is one where you're stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea. Because if you do answer, you make her worry. If you don't answer, you make her worry. For me, it's kind of like choosing pistols or swords in a duel, when you have no idea how to use either. It's unlocked. I take a deep breath. This could be a trap. Remember, we're not dealing with an ordinary person. Moeka is a rounder, an agent of CERN. If I die here, what will happen to Mayuri? Will Karisu or Daru use the time leap machine to save her? I need to be careful. But at the same time, I can't save Mayuri by doing nothing. So I steel myself, open the door, and peek inside. The apartment is dark. Too dark to see. But I feel someone's presence. I step inside. The apartment is practically empty. Yep, stab with a pointy end. That's true. Yep, that's basic advice. It's accurate. Minimal furnishings. So, apparently it's too dark to see, yet he's able to make out minimal furnishings. Still, we have a clock, we have some books, a unit, sideboard, a couple of pictures and frames on the walls, a kettle. Yes, it's very much a transient apartment. Only the barest necessities of life. No, I'm not singing the song. It's not happening. But there, by the window, is a figure in the moonlight. Unless you're talking about this person through the window, there's no figure there at all. It's not been drawn. A woman is sitting on the floor, her head bowed. There's no one else here. I approach the woman and stare around at her, gritting my teeth in a desperate effort to maintain control. Ever since the first time she killed Mayuri, I've tried my best to avoid thinking about this woman. But now, I have no choice. I can't accomplish my goal until I have the answers I need from her. I must obtain the IBN 5100 to escape the Alpha Attractor Field and rescue Mayuri.
Kiryu Moeka.
Kiryu Moeka. I had another name for her once. It hurts to remember. I force it to the back of my mind.
起きているか
Can you hear me? Slenderman, yeah, there's a bit of a... I don't think it's meant to be a reference to that, but yeah, I suppose. Moeka's fingers twitch. She sluggishly lifts her head. But she doesn't look up. She stares at my feet instead. And that's actually a very, very down-looking character model. They've actually captured that really well. That's the essence of someone who's no longer here. In fact, the way she's sat with the legs coiled like that reminds me of some of the Lost that appeared in Persona 3 FES. But again, I don't think it's intentional, I just think it's a coincidence. Who? She finally speaks in a frail voice. Moeka has always had trouble speaking, but it seems especially severe today. I notice her hair and clothes are dishevelled. She looks awful. Though I suppose that's no surprise, given that she kills herself in 4 days. FB, is it you?
FB?
FB? I've heard that name before. If I'm not mistaken, that's her superior's code name. Why won't you contact me? I did everything you told me to. The phone in Moeka's hand glows faintly. She's still clinging to it, I see. Yes, cling to your phone, it is your anchor. That is a quote from Kurisu earlier in the game about time leaping. Your phone is your anchor. Moeka has the same relationship to her phone. In which case, if I was Rintaro right now, I'd say, call off the attack on the lab. We found another way. No D-mail needed to change the timeline on that front. Make it so there's no attack. Mayuri, therefore, doesn't die. At least that's what you'd think. But it's probably not going to happen. Did I do something wrong? I'll fix it, I promise. Just don't abandon me. I'll do anything for you, FB. Please answer me. Give me orders. I'll obey. Tell me what to do. Tell me. Tell me. I'm at a loss for words. I wasn't expected to find her in such a miserable state. She was so cold, so calm when she killed Mayuri. It's like she's a different person now. Is this another effect of the world line change? But it's only been a week since she sent her D-mail. How could she have changed so much? I get on my knees and shake Moeka by the shoulders.
Oi! 聞こえるか? Oi!
Hey, can you hear me? Hey! FB! FB! Why won't you answer?
Kiryu Moeka! Oi! 俺だ! Okabe da!
Kiryu Moeka! Hey! It's me! Okabe! No response. Moeka just keeps crying and mumbling to herself. I shake harder, but she doesn't react. She doesn't even resist. Looking down, I notice she's typing rapidly on her phone. Bewildered, I look at the screen. FB, 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 etc. What the? What happened to Moeka? From what little I understand, it sounds like she's lost contact with her supervisor, FB. But I don't understand how that could turn Moeka into such a wreck. 1 second, guys. Apologies. It doesn't matter. I don't care what happens to her. I'm here for one thing. Recalling my purpose, I reach for Moeka's phone, and that's where you're going to have done fucked up. No! Ooh, did you feel that? Did you hear that static electricity hum then? I don't know if that was just me with my sound system or if that was intentional. A sharp crack echoes through the room. Moeka slapped my hand away. It didn't hurt, but her reaction was lightning quick. Now Moeka curls up into a ball, hugging the phone tightly to her chest. It was like this from the moment I met her. She never let go of her phone, not even for a second, as if it were the only thing keeping her alive. No mails. No mails. Ah, so you heard it as well, Queen.
FB とかいうやつからか。
You mean from FB? No mails. I make several more attempts to take her phone while she babbles incoherently, but she just slaps my hand away each time. Next, I try persuasion. I promise to help her search for FB if she lends me her phone. It's a lie, of course. Now come to think of it, I would like a piece of FB too. But that can wait until after I save Mayuri. But Moeka doesn't buy it. If, that is, she heard me at all. Damn it, we're not getting anywhere. Maybe I should take it from her by force. But what if she tries to kill me before I can send an email? In her current state, she might not have the strength to retaliate. On the other hand, if she does retaliate, there's not much I can do against someone with a gun. What should I do? Her gun. Where would she keep it? I quickly scan the room, but there's no sign of it. That startled me.
もしもし。
Hello. I stand up and move to the entrance, where I can take the car without letting Moeka out of my sight.
今どこよ？
Where are you?
悪いが取り込み中だ。
Sorry, I'm busy.
女なの？
Is it a woman? You were the woman, aren't you?
お前の発想は実にスイーツかっこ笑いだな。
Is that really the first thing that comes to mind? You really are a mainstream girl. But yet, she's absolutely right. You are with a woman. Just not in the way that she expects you to be.
うるさいな。
Shut up.
電話レンジの改良手伝うって約束したでしょ。よくそれでラボメンナンバー001を名乗れるな。
You promised you'd help with the phone wave, remember? Or is your lab mem number just for show?
誰に頼んでくれ。今日はそれどころじゃない。
Get Daru to help. I can't do it today.
一体何してんのよ。そこどこ？
What are you doing? Where are you?
桐生萌香のアパートにいる。
Kiryu Moeka's apartment.
やっぱり女か。最低だな。
So you are with a woman. You're the worst. Has she not met Moeka on this world line? I quickly give Karisu a simplified version of the usual explanation. Karisu listens attentively, as she always does. Maybe she's more considerate than I give her credit for. As soon as I finish, Karisu gives it to me straight.
強引に奪うしかないわね。
You have to take it from her by force.
過激だな。ハリウッド映画の見過ぎか。
You've seen too many Hollywood movies.
相手はセルンの関係者よ。遠慮してたらこっちがやられるかもしれない。
You're up against an agent of CERN. Play nice and you can end up dead.
迷ってる場合じゃないでしょ。それでマユリを救えるんだから。
Don't hesitate. Remember, you're doing this to save Mayuri.
あんたはヒョロヒョロで頼りなさそうだけど、さすがに今なら相対的に考えて勝てるはず。
I know you're pretty weak and scrawny, but you should be able to handle her in her current state. Gee, thanks. At least you're not beating around the bush. Nope. Karisu does not believe in beating around the bush, Okabe. She tells it like it is. Suddenly she lowers her voice.
あんたに人格疑われたってどうでもいいけど
You might think I'm a monster for saying this. Not that I care what you think, but
殺してでも奪い取るべきよ
kill her if you have to.
今お前の人格を疑った。
You're a monster.
だが偽善ぶらないところが好きだぞクリスティーナ。
But you're not a hypocrite. And that's what I love about you, Christina.
好きってちょっと
Love? What's the matter with her now?
事実を言ったまでだ。俺なんかよりもよっぽど潔い。
I mean it. I wish my conviction were as strong as yours.
どうも
Well, thanks.
で意図を聞かせてくれ。殺すこともやむなしと考える理由がお前の中にある。そうだろう。だからそういう結論に達したはずだ。
But that's not all, right? There's a reason you're willing to suggest murder as an option. How did you reach that conclusion?
よかったそれなりに冷静ね
Good. You're still thinking.
あんたの話が本当か嘘かは定義できないアトラクタフィールド理論っていう式を私はまだ完全には理解してないし
I can't be certain whether your story is true, and I don't quite understand this attractor field hypothesis.
それでもあんたの説明をもとに考えると
But based on what you told me,
キリュウって人が4日後に自殺するなら彼女には死亡フラグが立っているっていう推論が成り立つ
if this Kiryu woman commits suicide 4 days from now, then that means her death flag is already active.
世界が彼女の死を承認したっていうところね
In other words, this world line has approved her death.
因果が収束するならこれまでの世界線では仮にあんたが彼女を殺そうとしても何らかの邪魔が入ってできなかったはず
On previous world lines, though that wasn't the case, you probably couldn't have killed her even if you tried. Something would have happened to prevent it.
あるいは殺した瞬間に世界線が大きく変わっていた
Or possibly, killing her would have caused a dramatic shift in world line divergence.
でもこの世界線でだけ考えるなら彼女は近いうちに死ぬ
But on this specific world line, her death is already certain.
あんたはこれまでに何度も真由里の死を見てきたからわかるはず重要なのは死んだという結果だけであって過程はどうでもいいらしいってことね
As you've experienced with Mayuri's death, the result is what matters, not the process.
それと同じでキリュウって人の死に方は問わない
I believe the same applies to Kiryu. It doesn't matter how she dies. In other words, I can kill her instead of letting her commit suicide.
死が決まっているから殺しても構わないか。まるで殺人犯ばりの論旨展開だな。
She's already going to die, so that makes it okay. That's the kind of argument a murderer would make.
偽善ぶるな私は今人としての倫理を捨てて話してんのよ岡部付き合いなさい
Don't be a hypocrite. We're not talking about right and wrong here, Okabe. She's unforgiving as always, but it actually feels nice to speak frankly like this.
だが法律はどうする？世界がそれを許しても社会は許さない。
But what about the law? Even if fate forgives me, society won't.
タイムリープマシンがある限り相手を殺しても時間を遡れば全てなかったことにできる
As long as you have the time leap machine, you can undo anything, even murder.
岡部は誰も殺さずに必要な情報だけを入手したっていう結果だけが残るわけ
The result will be that you gain the necessary information without killing anybody.
把握した。
I understand.
ただこれだけは覚えておいて全ては自己責任よ
Just remember one thing. You're responsible for what you do.
これだけ好き放題言ってる私はかなり無責任だけど
guess that's quite a thing for me to say, huh? After telling you to kill her.
問題ない。実にマッドサイエンティスト的な意見だった。
It's fine. Your advice was truly becoming of a mad scientist.
さっさと片をつけなさい。じゃあね。
Get it done, Okabe. Bye. She hangs up without another word. Strangely, I find Karisu's harsh tone encouraging.
お前は司令官かよ。
Who does she think she is? A general? I manage a smirk as I close my phone. Moeka's still sitting on the floor. Kill her if you have to, Karisu said. Moeka did the same to us. She doesn't deserve mercy. Kill her or let her live. It's my choice. My responsibility. Even after I undo the murder, the memory of my crime will remain with me. That sin, that guilt, I'll have to carry that weight. I mustn't ever forget. That's what Karisu meant when she spoke of responsibility. Murder is unforgivable, no matter the circumstances. Can you understand that, Kiryu Moeka? I reach for Moeka's phone. This time, there's no reaction. No! Moeka resists. I grab her slender hand and pin it to the window. The glass rattles from the force, but thankfully doesn't break. With my other hand, I pry the phone away from Moeka's chest. She drives her foot straight into my solar plexus. The breath explodes from my lungs. I gasp for air. It's an interesting point, that Avian. They could have leaped to stop the other one making the choice, but they've already got their first one there. In a fit of anger, I raise my hand to strike, but at the last moment, I hesitate. What happened to killing her if I have to? I know we're past the point of playing nice, but I've never hit a girl in my life. I don't consider myself a model gentleman or anything, but the idea that men aren't supposed to hit women is such a strong part of my common sense that it stayed my hand almost like instinct. So instead, I wrap my hand around Moeka's neck and squeeze. When she tries to kick me again, I pin her legs under my own. I squeeze harder. My fingers dig into her throat. She struggles for breath. I feel her throat moving as she gasps for air. I can finally see my reflection in her tear-reddened eyes. Now I have your attention! Moeka is under control, but now I don't have a free hand to take her phone. If I loosen my grip on her throat, even slightly, it'll turn into a struggle again. Moeka is hiding her phone behind her back now. I need that phone. She'll let go of her hand or her neck. Give me your phone. Moeka weakly shakes her head. If you don't, I'll kill you. I wonder if I even can. I can undo it with the time leap machine. It'll be the perfect crime, one that never happened. But still, do I really have it in me to murder someone? I don't know, but I have to try. Hand it over, or I'll kill you! No words leave Moeka's lift, just rough breathing. Stalemate. Neither of us shows the other any openings. We're practically motionless, but our breathing is ragged. It's taking all my strength just to pin her down. Our rough breathing echoes through the room. For a moment, it even seems to synchronize. This is getting me nowhere. I removed my hand from her neck. Then I used my entire left arm to pin her against the wall in a guillotine choke. She starts groaning in pain. My right hand has her left up against the glass. Now I pull her hand down and transfer it to the grip of my left hand. Now my right hand is free. I slide it behind her back and go searching for her phone. I have to lean in close to do this. I press my body up against hers. Pain explodes in my jaw. I lean back. Moeka is readying another headbutt. I put more strength into the guillotine choke to stop her. Moeka's face twists in pain as she struggles to escape my grasp. My guillotine choke seems to be working. She doesn't have the strength to resist. If I push any harder, she really might die. I push harder. Moeka writhes in pain. Tears fall from her eyes and drool from her mouth. As her resistance weakens, my right hand finds Moeka's phone. She still has it in a tight grip, but I manage to tear it away. I quickly release Moeka and step away. She bends over and coughs violently, but still she reaches out to me with tears in her eyes. She wants her phone back. I don't care. I look at the screen. It shows an email draft with a string of FBs entered. I clear the text and start typing a new mail. Yeah, I can't use this phone, it won't let me do it. Oh, will it? It's highlighted now, but it's not allowing me to text it, strangely enough. But the phone's different than mine, so I don't quite know how to use it. Let's see. Binary. No. Startled, I look to see Moeka staggering up to her feet. She's like a goddamn zombie. I quickly run outside and close the door behind me. Then I lean my entire body weight onto it so she can't open it from the inside. The doorknob rattles as she tries to open the door. Then she starts pounding on the inside. It's a good thing the doors in Japan open out. You wouldn't see this in a Hollywood movie. Anyway, I have her phone. Now I just need to pretend to be Moeka and send the cancellation D-mail. Moeka's changes to the past will be cancelled. The world line will change. The IBN 5100 will come back to me. And then we'll hack into CERN. Mission complete. Fate won't have Mayuri this time. Victory will be mine. This is Makase. Get ready for a D-mail. Okay, but what's that noise? I'm having a little trouble here. So you didn't kill her. Good job. Ah, they didn't have that explanation in Elite, so you were a bit confused. When you say that explanation, do you mean the... struggle is the word I'll use. Not that one, Queen, or do you mean something else? Oh, do you mean the phone? That you didn't know how to use the phone? That makes more sense. I tell her Moeka's address. It's ready. And Mayuri. Still here. She's at the Broad Tube workshop trying to get the manager to turn on the CRT. You didn't tell her anything, did you? About her death? Of course not. Ah, the door's opening out.
まだ切るなよ。
Good, don't hang up yet. I put my phone down and resumed typing into Moeka's phone. A middle-aged lady comes out of the apartment next door. Our eyes meet, so I put on a forced smile. The lady grins mockingly before going back inside. What? What? Why? Ah, yeah, of course, having been to Japan, the doors do open that way, that's right. They open outwards. I wonder what she was thinking. Maybe she thought it was a lover's quarrel. Model change. Do it now, before sold out. Moeka's email said don't change models. The desire for limited edition, hard to find products is hard coded into Japanese DNA. Appealing to that instinct should work. Not sure if that's true. The insistent pounding on the door grows louder, and now I hear groaning from the other side. I can't believe how persistent he is. Is the phone really that important to her? But I've already won. All I have to do is send an email. I'll never forgive you, Moeka, but at least our relationship ends here. Oh no, it doesn't. Let this be the last time we meet. I raise the phone to eye level. Take a deep breath. It ends now. I press send. Huh? I was right. No vertigo. No dizziness. Nothing. Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Why? Why didn't the world line change? Did the phone wave fail to function? I bring my own phone back to my ear. Carissa is still on the line. Well? Did you send it?
送った。ちゃんと動作したのか。
Yes. Did it work?
こっちはちゃんと放電現象を確認した。
The discharge is occurring as normal.
正常に動作したんだな。
So it worked, right?
間違いなく。
Definitely.
世界線が変わらない。
The world line didn't change.
原因は
You mean it failed? Why? Consider the possibilities.
メールの文面で不思議をやめようとする萌えかを説得できなかった。
Maybe the message wasn't enough to persuade Moeka to change models.
送り先の日付を間違えた可能性は
Could we have sent it to the wrong date?
7月31日。それは間違いない。
It's July 31st. I'm sure of it. Are you really sure?
桐生って人が最初に送った D メールの着信時間を調べるべき。それより先か後かで受け取った側の印象はだいぶ変わる。
Check when the original D-mail arrived. Maybe her reaction will change if the new one arrives just after that. What a pain! The pounding on the door has ceased. Did she finally give up? No. She wouldn't give up. Does she plan to climb out the window and loop around? But we're on the second floor. That'll be quite a feat. I should still have some time left.
何パターンかいろんな文章を送ってみて。
Try sending different messages.
それで効果が出ないようならこっちでタイマーを微調整する。
If that doesn't work, I'll adjust the timer.
助かる。そっちの様子はミスター・ブラウンが乗り込んできてないか。
You're a lifesaver. What's going on there? Is Mr. Braun freaking out?
今下から怒鳴り声が聞こえてる。きっと橋田と真由里が必死でなだめてるはずだけどミスが一つか。
I can hear him shouting from below. Hashida and Mayuri are trying to calm him down, but who knows how long that'll last.
あまり余裕はないと思って。
I don't think there's much time left. I put my phone into my pocket without hanging up. I change the message and send another D-mail, but still nothing happens. Change now, your phone is cursed. I make another one, send. No good. Now you see, Avian, that's a good call. FB commands to change your phone. I'd like to ask Moeka, but if I go back inside now, she'll probably just attack me. Which reminds me, she's been awfully quiet. What is she doing now? Maybe she really did go out the window. I look around and don't see her anywhere. Think, why didn't the D-mail work? I wipe the sweat from my brow. My entire body is soaked. It must be the adrenaline. What if Moeka changed the dress when she got a new phone? I take out my phone. Are you there?
まだ問題が
Still not working?
2回送り直したが効果なしだ。
I tried 2 more times, but nothing. I frantically consider my options as I stare hard at Moeka's phone. The walkway is dim, but Moeka's gaudy purple phone shines in the faint light. Wait. I take another good look at the phone. There's something wrong here. What is it?
岡部
Okabe,
どうしたの
what's wrong? Gaudy purple. Latest model. Removable LCD screen. Model number GG01. My eyes tell me there's nothing wrong. I saw this phone when Moeka sent her D-mail, and many times before. She was never without it. It's the same. Nothing has changed.
何も変わっていないだと。
Nothing changed?
何の話
Huh? What hasn't changed? Why hasn't it changed? Why is it the same as before Moeka sent her D-mail? Moeka's D-mail said don't change models. She should have had a different phone when she sent it. But she didn't. It was the same phone I'm holding right now. There's only one explanation. She never changed models to begin with.
あの女、まさか。
No way. She lied to me. Moeka's D-mail wasn't about her phone. That explains how it affected the IBM 5100. It also explains why my cancellation D-mails aren't working.
ふざけた真似を。
That sneaky little... The door violently shakes behind my back. It's much stronger than before. She must be ramming something hard and heavy against the door. I quickly move away. The door shakes again. I can see the frame is starting to warp. She's crazy. I suppose I should be thankful she doesn't have a gun. But honestly, this is terrifying enough. It chills my blood to even think of what her face must look like now. I've never been the target of such single-minded obsession before. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what she did change then, because obviously changing the phones is a bit of a random thing to go for, but the question is, aside from FB, there's very little else we know about her. The IBN's the only other thing that makes sense, really, then, but how do you change it? That's the key question. How do you change the text when you don't know what the text is? And why is she so depressed now? But unfortunately, I can't run away. I need to face Moeka again and wring the information out of her. Both Faris and Lukaku remembered their D-mails. With prodding, Moeka will remember too. I need that information. Crap. I don't want to go in there. My teeth are chattering. This is pathetic. I thought I'd won when I snatched her phone. But now my advantage is gone. Okabe! Okabe! Answer me!
クリスティーナ。
Christina.
音すごいけど大丈夫なの
What's that pounding? Are you okay?
どうやら萌香の送った D メールは機種変更に関することじゃなかったらしい。
Moeka's D-mail wasn't about a model exchange. What do you mean?
おそらくあの女は送る直前で内容を差し替えたんだ。俺が何をやっても世界線が変わらないのはそのせいだ。
She must have changed the text right before we sent it. That's why the cancellation mails aren't working.
着信履歴はそこに残ってるかもしれない。
Did you check her history? It might still be there.
着信履歴
Her arrival history? Of course! Even if it's not in her sent history, it should still be in the arrival history. I glare at the purple phone in my hand. It's a good thing Moeka didn't change phones. Now I know exactly where the D-mail went.
うっかりしていた。調べてみる。
I should have thought of that. Checking now. For a second there, I thought it would be easy. I should have known better. Moeka is not a casual phone user. Yep, her superpower would have made it easy by switching the numbers exactly. Her mailbox has literally hundreds of entries over the last week, almost all from FB. Some of my mails are sprinkled in. I don't have time to search for each of these mails, even just the subject lines. Not to mention the pounding on the door is freaking me out.
クリスティーナ、少し手こずりそうだ。もし俺が失敗したら、あとは頼む。
Christina, I seem to be in a spot of trouble. If I fail, I'm leaving the rest to you.
バカも休み言いなさい。状況によっては逃げることも大事。
Don't be ridiculous. If you're in trouble, then just get out. I hang up. The lady next door comes out again, alarmed by the escalating noise. Gonna have to snoop through it. Well, he's certainly trying to do that. She glares at me. But when she sees the magnitude of the door's damage, the lady opens her eyes in shock and runs back inside. I'm not leaning against the door anymore. Moeka could just open it. But she hasn't realised that. She's so fixated on getting her phone back, she'd destroy her own door. In any case, I don't have time to check her D-mail history. I put the phone into my pockets and moved to the side of the door. Carefully grip the doorknob and wait for the interval between bangs. Now! I yank the door open. A coffee table flies out and smashes into the walkway railing. Okabe! Her screech raises hairs all over my body. She's standing in the entrance like a revenant at the gates of hell. And of course, that was a meme that when they turned on the LHC, one of the memes was of a Baron of Hell or a Revenant coming out of the other side like in Doom. So maybe that's where the game creators have come up with that from, I don't know. I step back. My knees tremble. But then I remember what I'm here to do. I gather my resolve, enter the room, and close the door behind me. Or at least I try. The door's bent and won't fully close. I give up on locking it. Give it back! Moeka glares at me, shaking with fury. First, I have to restrain her again. This is a woman who would kill on command, who would break her own door down just to retrieve her phone. It's too dangerous to let her be. I'm stronger. I just need to get her on the ground. There's no time. It's now or never. Crushing my fear, I charge Moeka at full speed. Our bodies collide. Moeka tries to twist away, but I grab her claws and use my momentum to push her to the floor. And yes, Queen, it shouldn't have been there, but evidently they don't bother to update the information, do they? The back of her head hits the floor. Her resistance weakens. She doesn't know how to break a fall. Some secret agent. I quickly... Yeah, I'm not reading that line. That makes it sound like something else. Give it back! Moeka flails her arms and legs wildly. I should have known she wouldn't give up. Her fist strikes my jaw. Fortunately, Moeka is weak. The blow does little damage. I still need to stop her from struggling. First her hands. I start with her left. Grab her wrist and pin it to the floor. Her fist flies towards my face. It pops against my left eye, blanking my vision for a second. She seems to stop struggling for a moment. Her hand claws weakly at the air. But it turns out she was reaching for my hair. She grabs it hard. I feel several strands tear free of my scalp. I get a grip on Moeka's face and... Yeah, I'm not reading that part out. She tries to bite my fingers, so I pull my hand back. I really don't like this scene. I really don't like this. Yeah, it's making me think I'm doing an audio log of another kind of incident, which I don't want to say the word of, in case the algorithm picks me up and hits me with a massive banhammer. I grab the hand that's grabbing my hair and dig my nails into her wrist. but she still doesn't let go of my hair. All the while, her feet are pounding against my back. She's also trying to free her left hand. Can't take much more of this. Why you? I instinctively... Yeah. Not saying that either. The sickening sound of bone against bone echoes inside my head. The impact makes me dizzy too, but I fight it. Moeka goes limp. An opening. Finally, I succeed at pinning down both her hands. Oh! Oh! No! 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 Absolutely fucking not! No! 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 Memo to me, do not press the B button at this point. Her glasses fall off at some point during the struggle. Her red, swollen eyes give her an even more demented look. There's an angry bump on her forehead. That hurts, you crazy bitch. She spits at me. Why are you asking me, Avian? I'm not the game creator. I didn't write this. Don't ask me why, I don't fucking know. File under NMFP, not my fucking program. The lukewarm saliva hits my face. Ew. Yeah, exactly. I want to wipe it off, but my hands are full. Oh boy. Moeka glares at me. There are tears in her eyes. Yeah, could be from that part, but I'm not going to say it. Fucking hell. Eye contact. Good. We're making progress. Moeka breaks eye contact when I mention it. She stares at my pocket. She must have caught a glimpse of the purple. I'm not giving it back. I smile scornfully. I'm not letting you escape into your own little world again. You don't have that right. Yeah, Avian, you say this is wrong. You're not wrong. And yep, Sarah, what did you walk into? Don't ask me. It's an argument that started from a mobile phone and turned into this. Do not ask me. I didn't write this shit. Give it back. Come and get it. Moeka tries again to free her arms. I lean in harder to keep them pinned. My strength and position are superior. I can't take this seriously anymore. So Moeka accomplishes nothing. Game, why? Why are you zooming in on that? For fuck's sake. Next, she struggles to free her body. Same result. I clamp my thighs firmly around... I'm not reading that! Fuck no! Not happening! She occasionally knees me in the back, but I can bear that pain. It's not enough to make me forfeit this position. I can keep this up as long as I have to. Yep, you were just checking in and I appreciate that, Sarah, but unfortunately you're now scarred for life. I'm sorry? Judging by what's happened so far, the audience is the answer to that question. And again, Sarah, don't give them ideas. We're far enough down the rabbit hole. We don't need to go any worse. Yeah, Moeka, without a doubt. I don't do sports or anything, so I'm not that strong. But I'm on top. I don't need to expend much energy to keep her pinned. Why did you take it? Give it back! Give it back! Yes. I am not reading that out. Fuck off. She can scream and spit all she likes. Nothing will make me give up this position. I don't care about your phone issues. I don't care about FB. Moeka shakes her head violently. She's just wasting her energy. I maintain position and stare down at Moeka. You don't kill her on this ward line. And the ward lines where you did have already been erased. But I remember everything you did. Everything that never happened. I'll never forget that you killed Mayuri, and I'll never forgive you. So there's no escape for you today. We're gonna stay here as long as it takes. Until now, I've always run away from facing Moeka, apart from the time when you tricked her by using that toy ray gun on top of Radican. Am I the only one who remembers that? But I can't do that on this ward line. I have to know what her D-mail said. So let's be honest with each other, huh? Moeka is still struggling. Give it back! Give it back! Yep. Sarah Wayne, if you gotta go, no worries. You enjoy the rest of your evening as best as you can. There is no merch, but yes, by all means, anyone out there, please like, share, and subscribe. And of course, don't forget that on Saturday I will be doing the 24-hour stream for charity, so keep your eyes open for that. 8 PM BST Saturday, the 29th. Give it back! I'll kill you! I'll fucking kill you! Let me go! I'll tear your fucking eyes out! So you can talk without your phone. I'm impressed. You piece of shit! I'll cut you with a kitchen knife! Sayaka Mizuno, is that you? I'm a mad scientist. Dissection is my specialty. Die! Die! Help! And I'm not saying the next one because I don't trust that word. Even though what she's doing is perfectly the right thing to do here. This woman's out of control. Does she want another headbutt that badly? Oh. Oh, fuck. I just realised what I said there, people, even though it's in the script. Ugh. There are some lines that should not be read out loud, and I apologise now to everyone watching the stream for that one. A knock sounds from the door. Moeka and I both look at it in surprise, but the door's open, so why are they knocking? Hello, this is Nishida from next door. Is everything okay? Do you need the police? If not, then could you please keep it down? Oh, right, yeah, okay. You've been listening to these two argue. You've seen them throwing all kinds of crap around. It's the middle of it's late night. There's been property damaged. There's a shout of someone with that particular word, and you're saying, "Keep it down. Be quiet in there, will you?" I'm trying to watch my latest drama. Shut the fuck up in there, you two. Sort it out. Fucking Nishida. Fuck you, Nishida. Fuck you. The walls here are pretty thin. Damn, didn't think about that. I can't have her calling the police. He's going to kill me! Moeka suddenly screams. No! Stop it! Don't kill me! You bitch! What now? I need to silence Moeka somehow. But I can't use either hand. Oh no, I know what he's going to do. If he does, I'm not describing it. Yep, I knew it. I knew he was going to fucking do that. Ugh. Producers, did you ever stop and think that this might be... I don't even want to use the word inappropriate. I don't want to use the word wrong. I don't even want to use the words fucked up. Producers, if this amounts to nothing, then you'll have managed to outdo a certain moment in another episode of Ultra Despair Girls. And I didn't think that was possible. I really didn't. And yet here I am. Talking into the world. Saying, why? Just why? What on fucking earth were you thinking? Answer, you fucking weren't. Nope. Not reading it. I lock eyes with her as well, trading glares in silence. Yep, I'd say I apologise if it's a trigger for you, Avian, I really do. I apologise. Not that I had any way to fucking control it apart from shutting the game off. I mean, what I can do, if you're all being, it's a bit too late now, but I can always go back to the splash screen. If that's what you want, please tell me in the comments, and I will happily oblige. Kids these days! I finally hear the neighbour's footsteps recede. What a relief. Yep, she's bit his tongue. I feel a sharp pain on my lip. Instinctively I jerk away. Blood drips from my mouth and lands on Moeka's neck. Ugh. She bit me. When I feel my lip around my lip with the tip of my tongue, the taste of blood spreads out from the laceration. Moeka breathes wildly as she glares at me with tearful eyes.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Drink in those words, people. Drink them in. I told you I can't stand this fucking guy, and I fucking knew I was right. What a fucking dickhead. The worst protagonist I've ever fucking played as. This guy is a total fucking cunt. Fuck him in the arse, he fucking rode in on. She grimaces and looks away, and who can fucking blame her? No, I'm not reading it out. I'm not reading this. No. Fuck no. Fuck this guy. Moeka turns her face away and looks up, through the open curtains, at the bright full moon outside the window. In fact, you know what? Because it's pissed me off that much, I'm done. I'm absolutely fucking done. I'm stopping for tonight, guys. I can't carry on with this. I'm not happy with this at all. I'm going to move it on Friday. I'm going to pick it up on Tuesday night. Now that we know that time's passed, I'm going to let this go. A couple of days off, let it all filter out and dissipate. And I wholeheartedly apologise to anyone out there who has seen any of this. If there's anyone out there who is triggered by this, I am really fucking sorry. I had no idea it was fucking coming. I'm pissed off. My audience are pissed off. I'm sure you're all pissed off as well. As I say, there's plenty of people out there you can reach out to if you need any help, if you've got any kind of counselling or anything of that things. I urge you to do that as much as possible. And there's no fucking excuse for this. The creators should be ashamed of themselves. And if this doesn't go anywhere, if it turns out that this is just a scene for shock tactics, then this company can kiss my fucking arse as well. So, I'll see you all again on Tuesday evening, 8 PM BST. I would normally say thank you very much for watching. Instead, I'm simply going to say, I'm sorry. Good night.